This episode is brought to you by Fundwise Capital. Fundwise Capital is a business lender matching platform. Avoid the mystery of one-sided deals and connect with Fundwise to get the very best funding you can qualify for fast. You can apply online in 60 seconds or less, and there's no effect to your credit to see how much you can get. It's easy. Use the funding for anything you need to start or grow your business. You did hear me correctly. I did say start or grow your business. If you don't have a business yet, you got a solid business plan, they can help you get funding. Get the best funding you can qualify for. Their strategic lender matching platform searches through hundreds of lenders to find the very best possible option for your unique situation. They have hundreds of 5-star reviews on Google, Trustpilot, and Facebook, and an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. They provide unsecured lines of credit at 0% interest for 9 to 15 months. Unsecured term loans, loans based on income, short-term gap funding, and bridge loans. They work with real estate, startups like I already mentioned, franchises, restaurants, any kind of business, any kind of project. To get started, it's really easy. Just go to apply.fundwise.com/minddog. That's apply.fundwise.com/minddog. Get money for your business now. Apply.fundwise.com/minddog. That's the wrong intro. Start the clock. Inconvenient. I got ping ping. That is the wrong intro, but that's fine. Good morning, folks. I don't know. How did that intro get there? Anyway, it is Monday, February 23rd, 2026. And already have about 3 feet of snow. And it's going to be snowing until at least 11 o'clock, 11:30, somewhere around there. Not looking forward to shoveling it, to say the least. And it's cold as fuck and windy as fuck, and we may lose power. And on top of all that, Jeff Altman wrote to me. I think it was last night. It might have been in the early morning hours or late last night or something. He doesn't think he's going to be able to make it. He doesn't have the right equipment. He said, "Can we reschedule for a later date when I can only use a tablet?" I was like, "You can use a tablet anyway. Jackie uses a tablet all the time." It doesn't really. It doesn't. You know what? I'm fine. I'm fine with one more time the guest doesn't show up. People are congratulations to the hockey team, but the hockey teams, men and women, won the gold. Who cares, right? People are talking about patriotism this morning. If you're not rah-rah-rahing hockey teams, you're not a patriot. Here's the reality, you dumb fuckers. We live in a country that is run by pedophile, cannibal, satanic, raping oligarchs who run wild, can do whatever they want, and aren't being held accountable at all. There's nothing to be patriotic about. Rah, yeah, hockey, eh? Hockey, eh? We're fucking raping children, eating children. Beef jerky. Yeah, you know what beef jerky is? The dead girls. How's that sound? Yeah, let's be patriotic. Oh, but we won 2 fucking hockey playoffs in the Olympics. Oh, yeah, we got gold medals. And rah, rah, go USA. Fuck that. There is nothing to be proud about in America right now. Look in the mirror. I'm sorry. Listen, I'd love to be a patriot. I'd love to say, yes, we're a great country. We're a country that is not doing anything to hold people accountable for the worst crimes imaginable, crimes against humanity. How the fuck do you call yourself a patriot? Oh, rah, rah, wave the flag of perversion, land of the pervs. Sorry, you call me an American hater? I'm not an American hater. I would love to love America. Right now, I'm embarrassed by just how low we've sunk and what we put up with. And hockey doesn't mean shit to me. I'm sorry. You can win all the fucking gold medals you want. You're not going to get me to wave the flag when we're fucking killing babies and eating them. Good morning. It's snowing out. So yeah, I'm not much of a patriot. and I would love to be a patriot. If you can find a way to make me a patriot, I'm just going to keep the snow on all day. Why not? Beyond that, the government is saying that Iran is a week away from producing nuclear weapons they can use against the United States. Now, I have severe Alzheimer's or whatever, memory loss and all this kind of stuff. And maybe I'm just imagining this, but hold me accountable here and keep me right about this. Do you remember, like, within the last year, we attacked Iran, we bombed them, and then they came out and said we've totally destroyed their nuclear capability. And when challenged on that, they went apeshit defensive, like, how dare you, Kegg's breath, whatever his name is. He got all defensive about it. How dare you even question it? We totally annihilated their nuclear capability. Imagine how great they are to be able to go from total annihilation to rebuilding their entire nuclear platform, whatever program, in 9 months. Incredible. I think we should fear them. And on top of that, the last thing that's struck me in the news is 3 different senators are just like all over. America's about to fall to Sharia law. What? What? You talk about bullshit fear mongering and just making shit up. Nobody I know is, you know what? You can't even tell me what Sharia law really is, but, living by the Quran, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Nobody even knows what it is, but I guarantee you nobody's proposing that in this country. Nobody. Not nobody. Not nobody. So it's just all bullshit. I want to tell you about snow wines. You know what I want to talk about? Snowy wines. Let's talk about some snowy wine here. Let me pull up this, right? Oh, you can see that a little 40 or whatever, the discount and free shipping if you buy enough wine to get drunk on. How about that? Wine Express. Let me pull this up, Wine Express, and then I'll start telling you about it. How about that? Oh, it's too loud? Too loud, right? All right, wineexpress.com, the exclusive wine shop partner of the Wine Enthusiast catalog and website, which have been providing quality wine accessories and storage for 40 years. That was even before there were websites, but they had them up there anyway. During that time, they've served millions of satisfied winos and we call them customers, and built a loyal following of avid wine lovers. And again, you could call them winos. It's only natural then for them to have teamed up with a great wine shop to bring their customers first quality wines at value prices. And you can see right now, you're looking at a coupon there for free shipping if you spend $7 billion on wine. So, well, it's not quite $7 billion. Whatever it is, $149 or something, more than $4, which is really one bottle of wine because it's good wine. Anyway, Wine Express. I'm going to lower this down a little bit here while I do something like this and just kind of fade out here. How about that fade out? How about that? You loved it? Now go to Wine Express and get your wine, you winos. Anyway, in the room with me now, hello, down there in snow country, Ron Kane is ready for some snow here. He's not quite as snowed in as I am. And over there, sitting in a airport in Los Angeles, California, a thick-headed, just stubborn fool, G.G. Fenderson. Good morning, you stubborn, thick-headed fool.
Good morning, America. MindDogTV.com. Did you misplace your voice and you're not sure exactly where you left it, and you have to go looking for it? Me too. Meantime, go to MindDogTV.com/merch to get all of the green stuff you need. Use your green to buy our green for St. Patrick's Day, which is around the corner. Enjoy the suffering and support your local mercenaries.
All that sucking cock in Laguna really hurt your vocal cords, I could tell. Well, why are you up? Why are you even doing this? Why are you even doing this?
I thought I was going to meet Jeff Altman.
That would be 10:15 anyway, if he was going to show up. And you knew he was. I told you before he had canceled, and the day's going to hell. I mean, you got flights to take. You got.
My flights are tomorrow. My flight is tomorrow. I'm not in LA today yet. I'm still in Laguna. I'm still
Oh,
in LA. I'm
I thought
still in
you.
LA Laguna Beach.
So I thought you were in the airport. So why do you have to find a quiet space? And you got a hotel room there.
No, no, I'm not in the hotel. I'm staying with some people.
Oh, you're staying with some people.
Yeah.
What kind of people?
Well, not virtual people like Steven's friends. I don't want to wake them up. They're not used to this kind of shit.
All right. So what now? Did you call the airport and say are there flights? Because the East Coast is under like 45 feet of snow now.
Well, I know that my layover is in Chicago. I don't know if that's affected by the storm, but they fly in storms all the time. They fly above the weather. The problem is taking off and landing.
Yeah, the
Taking
landing.
off, yeah, taking off isn't going to be a problem from here, and the landing isn't until Tuesday. They should have the snow cleared off of the runway by then
Not
at
according.
BWI.
Not according to my local New York airports have already canceled
I'm
Tuesday.
not flying into airport New York.
I know, but it's still East Coast. So
Yeah, Florida's the East Coast also, and I'm willing to bet their airports are still open.
yeah,
Just
close.
because something's on the East Coast.
You still have plenty of time to leave your charger at the airport.
Leave what
Good
at the
morning.
airport?
Good morning, Ron.
Oh, the cord.
Just for the record, Ron, I don't think I'm going to be at the open mic tonight.
Yeah,
The
Neither
open
will
mic
I.
showcase. Okay. Well, what's your excuse? I'm 3,000 miles away. What's your
it's been
excuse?
canceled, hasn't it? Been shut down. It's been.
Yeah, HMAC is closed.
Oh, oh,
Yeah, they didn't. Apparently, they didn't pay their taxes, and so
oh.
they owe like $800,000 to the city of Harrisburg, and like a week or so ago, they went with a settlement offer at the last minute for like 140,000, and the city was like, "Yeah, no, we're good." So they're
Okay.
closing. It's not
So,
really. It's kind of bittersweet. It's like I'm not really surprised by it, but I'm glad now that I don't have a commitment now every week. I did that shit for 6 years. I'm done with doing that.
well, you realize that you could have like stopped at any time. They weren't holding your kids hostage, were they?
No, no. But I'm actually for everything that's going on, I'm actually satisfied that it ended this way.
Okay, yeah. Look, I understand. You want things that, yeah. Believe me, I get it, and I support you in everything you do as long as it doesn't involve me. No, I'm just teasing. No.
You support him in everything he does, but you don't follow him because if you did, you would have known that this thing was canceled. It was kind of announced over a week ago, but no, you're just so self-centered and concentrating on everything that's going on in your life. You don't pay attention to our friend Ron because I knew it. I knew about it last week. See,
But
so
what I do love about when
kind of
something
flattering
like
you.
this happens, like how certain comics get passive aggressive about it, when a mic ends, is like, oh, you don't have this mic anymore. It's like, yeah, everyone knows this, and who cares?
What do you mean by passive? What do you mean? What did he do?
It's like backhanded compliments and shit like that. Even though like a lot of them wouldn't even come to the mic. And
I got to take this call. Hello, Jay.
ooh, all right.
Okay, I guess he's talking to Jeff
So how
Altman.
has your trip been out to California?
It's okay. I'm exhausted. I am exhausted. I mean, I've done back-to-back shows before, but never 3,000 miles apart. So yeah, but I'll probably be back out doing more shows.
Yeah.
Apparently, people in Laguna like me.
Yeah, just make sure you rest when you come back, because a friend of mine, she was working in Seattle, and then she went to visit some family out there. But then when she came back, she went like heavy right back into work, and so by last Friday, she was like sick as a dog. It
Oh
was
yeah,
hard.
yeah, yeah. No, I got no. I'm taking care of. I'm yeah. The right now. I mean, my next gig. Well, I have one in March. I have one in March, but it's not scheduled yet. And that's a virtual one anyway. Um, the date is tentative because what it is, I have friends coming in from out of town,
Yeah,
and I don't know which day they're coming, so I can't sit here and go, well, I'll try and get a spot someplace. And I said, fuck it. You tell me when you're coming, and we'll set up my basement as a comedy club again, and we'll just invite friends over, local friends. So it basically would be me performing for friends I haven't seen for years.
yeah,
No,
yeah. I
some I
have
haven't seen for years, but
for anyone that's interested, I have a show at Laughing Stock this Saturday. Ben Frank is the headliner, so get your tickets at laughingstockcc.com.
no.
Oh,
Mm.
always promoting. That's the one thing about doing comedy, and if you're working and doing shows, it's just like a constant promotional tour that
Oh
no one.
yeah, yeah,
It's a promotional tour that has really no significant amount of push or money behind it.
yeah, yeah. I feel you, bro. Yeah.
Definitely not
Um.
doing, not at the level of a Kevin Hart, where you got your MGM ads and shit like that.
Yeah, and not only that, he's on like on every other fucking commercial out there. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said fucking. It makes it sound like I'm bitter. I'm not bitter. I'm tired of seeing him. There's a difference. I mean,
Yeah,
I appreciate his business acumen, and his hustle. I appreciate it tremendously, but I don't really think he's as funny as I think he used to be funnier. I think
yeah,
he's reached that place where he's struggling. I think he's struggling to find good new material, just like new comics are struggling to find good new material.
yeah, for sure, and especially, and he even has writers with him,
Yeah, yeah, that's
because
the other thing. They got writers.
yeah, and
There's
they're
no
craft.
reason. There is no reason for some of these comedians to have um, bad shows, or not bad shows, because that's different, but bad material when
Yeah,
they're spending all this money on writers.
well, too,
You
when you
know?
reach a certain point and you're making all sorts of money, how are you really relatable? I mean, your
Yeah,
relatability shrinks so much. And yeah, I remember in like seeing some of those old specials from like the 80s when like Dice Clay was really big. Then, he had his moment. Then he made that special after the big special. It was
right.
just like him complaining about management and shit like that.
Yeah,
And it's like,
you know what
you're,
I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You wake up, you call your agent, and your agent says, "Hey, Dice, whoa, you ain't got that job you was working on today, so you're only going to make $14 million over the next 2 years." Whoa! I said, "Hey, sucker my cock." Was
even
that
like
the
Sam,
show?
yeah, even like Sam Kinison, yeah, he had his moment, but like his special after when he really broke was horrible because it's the same thing, just complaining about management and different shit. It's like,
And finding a way to work in his scream.
yeah, yeah, do some
Yeah.
screams and make sure you can get the money for the coke that you're gonna need later.
Okay. I my agent didn't get me enough coke. Oh, oh, not enough coke. Oh,
Well, there's plenty of like Mark Maron has talked about because he lived with Kinnison at one point, and
right.
when they're in the coke days, and god damn, the stories are crazy. Just the amount of substance that was being passed around.
Oh
Matt's
yeah.
still on the phone, I guess.
And now, And this is funny because you have comedians, because the comedians from back then almost all have stories about other comedians from back then. Some of them they can't talk about or won't talk about because, like, in some cases, the comedians have become clean comics, and you would ruin their career if they knew that this Disney comic, this comic that Disney is supporting, used to sell coke to all the other comics that Disney isn't supporting. You know.
Yeah, and Bob
And I'm
Saget.
not and I'm not mentioning Tim Allen by name. That would be
Yeah,
wrong because I was not there to see Tim Allen sell coke to the other comedians. I'm
yeah,
just saying that that's what they say, or that's what they don't say, because they don't want to ruin Tim Allen's career.
yeah. Well, Bob Saget built a whole career off of that, of being the nice dad on TV. And then when you
Oh
go
yeah,
see him live, and I don't know. I guess apparently back in the day, thought that was so scandalous or crazy that, oh, you mean he talks dirty when he's on stage? Well, yeah. I mean, what are we doing?
yeah, but he didn't just talk dirty. I used to love to hear. I've watched a few interviews of him where he would talk about he'd do a show and there'd be kids in the front row. He'd have to tell them, "Excuse me, this is not Full House. Your kids are, excuse me, ma'am, sir, your kids are about to be traumatized." Oh man.
Yeah, I
Ah,
don't even think that shit happens anymore. Now it's all like it's so it's so watered down, and now people have like brand managers and shit like that. And now a lot of the big comics, they have money, then now they have fucking liquor. They're selling liquor, and it's yeah, we're definitely still in that weird time frame, but it feels like it's all getting ready to fall apart. Feels like the House of Cards is getting or starting to come down. I don't know.
mm, well, let me see. Ah, I, I don't want to. I was plan. I don't want to make this about me, but I was prepared to. I thought Matt was going to be on the thing because I was on. I know Matt was going to be talking. Obviously, because I was talk on. I've made my rounds in Laguna Beach. I've done my networking stuff. I've done a show. Setting up contacts to do more shows. Um, Unfortunately, I don't know if I can do one this summer right away. But if I can, I will. Looks like I'll be back out here in the summer.
Yeah, you look like you're about ready to die, actually.
Oh, well, that's because I was not prepared. The original plan was to fly out Friday, decompress, and do a show Saturday and do a show Sunday. Um, the place that did the show Friday was the place I was going to do Saturday, so didn't have to. So the place I was going to do Sunday had never done comedy before, and at the last a week before I came out, it's kind of like got cold feet, I guess. But I went to the venue last night and I talked to the people, and that's how I found out that they had never done comedy before, and they want to do comedy. So now they've met me and they like, "Who you nice black." And actually, it's not that. It's a cultural center, and they have like on Juneteenth they have like an all black thing. I think for like the month of June they have all these black artists coming in. So they're doing their woke stuff. But it's a nice venue. So it's it's a 70-seat venue. Like I said, it's a cultural arts center. Really nice sound system. It's really nice. I liked it. I I feel a little, well, I take it. It would be like, and I'm not slamming Church of Satire because I think he's done a good job with what he's got there. With with the tools he has to work with, I think he's done a good job. This place is like, no, I can't compare the two because this is like a theater. You know, I was just the shape. The shape is like the Church of Satire, where the comedy will be long, you know, and you have like 8 chairs across with a row in the middle. You know, so like 4 on one side, 4 side, then like a 4 foot wide row in the middle, and like I said, holds about 70 people. But it's like I said, it's really nice. It's a nice venue. They don't serve food, but they do serve wine.
Okay. No
No, but
food.
like I said, it's a cultural arts center. You know,
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'll be out in Pittsburgh in April, then I'm going to Denver in May,
cool.
and then hopefully we'll go down to Tampa again sometime this summer. Going to work that out. Then the plan is to be in Los Angeles sometime this year. I'm just waiting for I'm just waiting for Josh to get his place out there.
Yeah,
Hello, hello.
hey, so
Yeah.
yeah,
So we might get Jeff. I don't know. He's having trouble with even getting emails on his tablet. I sent him the link through a text message. He said he clicked on it, but nothing was opening. Could be, I don't know, weather related. I don't know. Because he's on the East Coast, and I don't know if you know this, but even all the way down to Florida, the East Coast is affected. Yes, it is. So, do I need to hear the story you just told Ron about Laguna or from the top?
no, no, I was stammering for things to say because I didn't want to start to say something that I wanted you to hear, and then have to repeat it because you weren't here.
So is the Reverend there with you right now? Is he? Because yesterday he was saying you were asleep and laying on your belly, and he had just poked your ass.
No, he tried to, but he
Oh,
was so tired, he was so jet lagged that he
yeah,
couldn't finish the job.
Jeff's calling back. It's
Okay.
me again.
All right.
Well, all right, yeah. So,
Welcome to Technical Issues with the Dog. Call Matt with any computer problem that you're having today, and he will gladly fix it by either sending you a link or probably just hanging up on you.
or telling you it's snowing and don't worry about it. It's snowing even in Florida, even though the snow is in New York. The snow is affecting Florida, so it's okay. So.
Yeah, we got like we got snow, but nothing too crazy here. Luckily, just a few inches, and but enough for me to just work from home.
We got 5 to 6 inches at my house, and which is what my wife is used to getting. So it's, but she's not used to shoveling it. I do all the shoveling, and it's I feel
It'll be
bad.
waiting for you when you come home. Is that what you're saying?
Oh no, she shoveled the sidewalk and the deck.
Okay.
And like I said, my biggest concern is that our deck is not wood; it's that fake wood that Trex. And so I have a special shovel for the deck, without and I have so and
You heard
that's
it here first, ladies and gentlemen. GD has fake wood. Fake wood.
And
yeah.
remember, Matt will be angry all week because the snow plows are coming for his house.
Fuck you. I was going to bring this up. Snowplow killed a guy because he was driving too fast, and the ice chunks went up and hit the guy in the head. This was just yesterday.
Wow.
Yep.
You
and your fucking snowplow union, the two of you fucking guys are complicit in murder.
Why did we make the car? Did we make the car that went too fast and got crushed?
No, you were supporting snowplow drivers that drive too fast who don't fucking slow down. They're getting paid by the hour. They can slow down. Oh wait,
Ron, do you remember supporting anybody driving too fast?
Yes, I have it on tape. Don't
I don't
try to deny. No, they got it takes so long to do each hour. Well, slow the fuck down.
I don't know.
They should sort of like that. It's just you're just mean to snowplow drivers.
We have just watched Matt's audition for The Mask. He wants to play, I am not a human being. I am an animal. I am the dog.
At least I'm not a fucking murderer, snowplow murdering supporter.
Well, what would be great is
you're
if
this
someone
far from being Epstein protectors with your snowplows.
It would be great if one of those snowplow drivers took his shovels and started sending the shovels to him in pieces.
And nobody in the chat room is even responding. What kind of world do we have where I can't even get any backup from people who? Anyway, Jeff's concern is he's not shaving.
You mean down there or up here?
Yes.
Oh.
He said, oh, he'll be on at 12 minutes after 10. I don't know why 12 minutes after. He said 10:15, right? I'll be in there. How long till we get started? I'll bring in right there. They're already talking about me, saying stupid shit about snowplows. I'll bring you right in. But I'm not shaving.
Hey, good morning, Mr. Guy. How you doing? Ooh. I don't know if you knew. I didn't know this about me, but
who is that? Is that Willie?
No, that's Mr. Guy. Mr. Guy's in the
did he break into now? Where he's in Philly again? Is that where this nicest evil guy is?
I don't know.
He's East Coast, right? Under snow. I don't know. I don't know if I know this about him. I don't know that about him. I always. Where are you, nicest guy? What part of the world? Don't tell me New Zealand. Anyway.
Tell him New Zealand.
So you guys big hockey fans? You going rah rah rah?
I didn't even know that happened. I wasn't paying attention to the Olympics.
I did see the end of it for the last 15 minutes, but after they won, it's like, okay, they won.
Bring back One Ball Willie. That's interesting because One Ball Willie was in my memories this morning. Or not memories. Tagged me in a
dreams.
No, tag me in a post that they said, do you want to add this to your timeline? I was like, no, fuck Willie. Why is he even tagging me in posts? But I guess we have a big Willie fan club here that wants him back.
No, you have a club that loves big Willies. There's a difference.
I'm in the ethereal plans.
Plane, yeah. I'm in the ethereal plane of existential dread.
I thought these glasses were good. So I did a bachelorette party in Greenpoint the other day.
Great.
My friend Mishka Shubali has a song. It says, and I don't know what the title of the song is, but in the lyrics, I don't remember where I parked my car and something. And I don't
love me. I'm going to go home.
And I don't want to die in Greenpoint. And so I should have let that be somewhat of informative because parking was very difficult. I parked right in front of the place I was supposed to be at. I called a lady and she says, well, the parking's not good there because they give tickets or whatever. You might want to park on such and such street, which I went to look for, which was about a half a mile away. Now I didn't bring my cart because I'm thinking I put everything in a box and I think I'm just going to go up in the elevator. The box weighs 75 pounds. So now I'm trying to walk a half a mile with a 75-pound box, huffing and puffing and like stopping along the way and leaning on garbage cans and stuff. Like, I'm not going to make it. And so I put the box down. I went back and got my car, drove around to get the box, drove around the whole neighborhood, ended up parking right back in the same spot I was. I said, fuck it. If I get a ticket, I'm going to get a ticket. And went in and did the bachelorette party. It was a fun little bachelorette party, but I almost died in Greenpoint. And I should have remembered, at least I did remember where I parked my car, but parking is a bitch in Greenpoint. It's the last.
Okay.
It's the last exit before Manhattan. Like it's almost to the bridge. And here's a big problem is GPS tells me make a right on the Pulaski Bridge. Now, Pulaski Bridge is from Staten Island to New Jersey. It's not even on Long Island. It's not even in Brooklyn or anything. Pulaski Bridge, but it tells me make a right on Pulaski Bridge. I see a sign. I don't want to get on Pulaski Bridge. And how the hell did I get even near Pulaski Bridge? There's two bridges named Pulaski Bridge in New York City. That should be against the law. You can't have two bridges with the same name in one city. That's just
one called Pulaski North, and the other one's called South Pulaski, or
no,
one is Jim Pulaski and the other one's John Pulaski.
No, maybe there's a first name, but they're definitely not on the signs. It's just
We have
Pulaski
a
Bridge.
Pulaski Highway in Maryland.
Yeah, we do.
But yeah, that's a different town. That's acceptable. You can have in a different town, but two bridges in the same city with the same name. That's just
Yeah,
confusing.
it's not. You sure it's not the same bridge, just from two different ends of the water? I'm just.
Could be.
Um,
I'm
I
not sure of
just look.
anything at this point.
I want to say hi to our people in Govs. Good morning, Ann from California. Good morning, Mickey. How's it going in the West Coast?
Is
Good
Death in
morning.
Greenpoint the name?
Good day, sunshine. Hmm?
Death in Greenpoint is the name of that song. I should play it and get a copyright strike because it's a good song. But I should have learned. I did ask him. I said, I've never been to Greenpoint. I didn't think I would die from parking in the wrong place, though. But I felt like I was having a heart attack. I really did. Like, this is the way. And then I woke up. It's the Sean Collins guy told me he's in a video talking about he gave up drinking because he had this thing in his belly button. Now I got a thing in my belly button. I talked about it. I think I have a thing in my belly button. It might be a hernia, umbilical hernia, something. Anyway, that's why he quit drinking. But he said I also quit smoking weed because I heard smoking weed will definitely increases your chance of a heart attack. And that's all I'm thinking about. Like, I should have quit smoking weed. I'm going to have a heart attack and die on the street of Greenpoint. And it's all prophetic. And I was making a joke about it. And this is the end. This is how I'm going to die. And that's not how I want to die. I don't want to die in Greenpoint. And I was saying, well, what difference does it make where I die? It's how I die. I don't want to die.
Yes.
I don't want to die in green paint. Right? Or Greenpoint. So, yeah. But nice ladies in the bachelorette party.
Now I arrived in LA on Friday around 3 o'clock LA time. I'm not LA, in Laguna Beach. I arrived in Laguna Beach around 4 o'clock Laguna Beach time. The show started at 6 o'clock Laguna Beach time. 6:30. Well, it started 6:30. When I got off the plane, there was a text waiting for me that my cousin died. A cousin I was close with, and so and I thought to myself, it's the weirdest thing is I didn't want to tell anybody else that I just found out my cousin died because I didn't want to like bring anybody else down before the show. But on the other hand, I really wanted to talk about it, but I didn't want to depress anybody because I was still like I really had just learned that my cousin had died like hours before the show. And I didn't have any material about how she died. I didn't, I wanted to make it funny. I'm just teasing.
I don't know if you know this about Laguna Beach, but there's a therapist every 5 feet. You could have just, I need to talk about my cousin who's died. Everybody there. There's a grief counselor.
Well, I did. I wrote a bit for Laguna, specifically for Laguna, for the people of Laguna that would at least that I thought would understand it, and I forgot to do it. So after the show, I called my wife and I told it to my wife, and she thought it was funny. But it was a good time. I got to meet Dylan Brody.
I heard about this.
He introduced me and opened for me. So,
wow.
Yeah. And he didn't have to do that. He didn't, especially since it was a 2-hour drive for him. He drove 2 hours to my
everybody drives to it. Who did we had somebody
on? Well, no, see, that's not entirely true.
No, I mean in LA, everybody drives 2 hours to get anywhere.
Yeah, but a lot of people drive 2 hours in LA and they stay in LA. Apparently, I'm learning that people in LA don't like to leave LA. They want you to come up to LA.
Right. Yeah.
And Dylan did the opposite. That's big. I mean, we had lunch with Alan, and I pretty much drove up to LA.
So basically, you're saying he's Costanza. He's do the opposite. Do the opposite, Costanza. That's right.
I don't know what a Costanza is.
George Costanza, Seinfeld. Man, what country are
Oh,
you from?
no, I know George Costanza. I don't know what you mean by that, because the only thing I know about George Costanza, because I was not a Seinfeld fan, watcher, is
Yeah.
that he would like try to tell a joke and then leave the room. Like once they laugh, it was like,
Oh
okay,
yeah.
I'm out.
Leave
Yeah,
on a high note, right?
yeah, leave on a high note. Yeah, I know that about him. I know like he liked to pretend that he was an architect.
He also had, that too. But he also had this thing where every instinct you've ever had is wrong. Do the opposite. So he was opposite George, and things were working out for him. Like anytime he had, I should do this, he does the
Yeah.
opposite, and then it worked out for him. That's kind of my philosophy. Any idea I have, I should probably try to do the opposite. They're lying to me. You see these fucking people, they're lying to me. It says Lake Ronkonkoma, which is only like a stone's throw from here, only got 19.5 inches. We're way more than 19.5 inches. I can't. My windows start at 4 feet high, and the snow is over the windows. Come on. I know there's drifts and all that stuff, but I'm not buying this 19.5 so far. It's just
No,
awful. It's just awful, I tell you. So I think
yeah,
I talked that girl out of getting married. How about that?
I don't think so. You probably just talked her out of marrying anybody that reminded her of you. She just wasn't like,
Maybe
no,
she was
I'm
like, I
good.
met
I'm
him.
good.
Now I have to get married because I don't want to wind up with somebody like that.
No, I told her that guys don't ever grow up, and I wasn't
That's
using
not a
me.
secret. That's
I
not a
know,
secret, though.
but the illustration I had, and it wasn't about me. It was about there was a girl I was in love with in college, and I hadn't seen her in many years. Her husband, her second husband, friend requested me. I didn't know he was her second. He's from upstate New York, and I got a friend request. I guess I was in a similar Facebook group with him, and he friend requested me. And then I went to his page to check him out, and he's with her. And it's like they're married. Oh wow, that's a coincidence. He's married my college love. And then I guess sometime in the last 2 years or so. Now keep in mind he's over 70. She's my age. It said he changed his profile to widowed, and I was like, oh man, that broke my heart. Just knowing she's dead, that's sad. And then I found out, no, she's not dead. They just got a divorce, and he put this is how he lets the world know he's divorced, by putting widowed for his wife. I was like, that's a very immature thing. As a guy, I can relate to the immaturity there. But it's kind of, that sucks. And she, he better not be like that when he gets old. I was like, he's a guy. He's gonna be petty and stupid. And if you heard him, he's gonna put widowed on his Facebook page if Facebook is still around then. So, I don't know. And then she started having second thoughts. I'm glad my job is done here. Okay, good night, everybody. I'm out. Because I
Well, well, first of all, thank you, Anne, for the condolences. Thank you. My cousin.
yeah, that's true.
I did learn something new out here. As a matter of fact, the Reverend learned it yesterday, but after the show, and he was going to talk about it. But again, he learned to after shows. He was going to talk about next week on Sunday's show. But I'm going to preempt him, and he'll just have to learn to live with it. To Carol, my wife Carol gave me a DNA test years ago for a Christmas gift. You know how they do like they send every once in a while they send you notices who you could be related to.
Yeah.
Turns out that I may well be related to the Reverend Jelly Roll. I may be related to him. They just sent me a thing in my DNA, ancestrydna.com just sent me that there may be a DNA match, a close relation between me and the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll.
Did you both send your DNA in? How would they know that? I mean,
apparently, okay, my DNA sample I sent in because of the gift. His DNA sample apparently is there from something that he did as a teenager.
Or the FBI just happened to have it on file, right?
Yeah. So we didn't give our DNA is at the same time or the same. I guess that's why it took so long for them to find that there's a real close relation between us.
Wow. Hitler's inbred. Did you know that?
No, I didn't, because bread has too many carbs. I
I,
mean,
I found out last night in a YouTube video that Hitler's father married his first cousin. So that's inbreeding, right? First cousin is
Yeah.
it's bad. No wonder
now
he was.
first cousin is the cousin of the
It's your
child of your
cousin,
like
like
immediate
your
aunt.
cousin who just
It would
died.
be
That's your cousin, first
blood
cousin, right?
relation.
Now she's the one that just died is my second cousin. She's my
Oh,
cousin's daughter.
oh,
And that's the other thing. My cousin, like my cousin, her mother is 80, and this is his second child that she's lost. And that's the other thing that really bugs me. I don't think that any parent should have to bury their kid. Um, it's almost as bad as losing a pet. So I feel bad for her, and I've been trying to, and I'm kind of close to my cousin too, and I've been reaching out to her. I've been keep getting her answering machine, so I haven't even had a chance to like talk to her mom. And she died, and my cousin Gail died of pancreatic cancer, like my sister did.
see that was the other thing. I'm sorry about this. You bringing up the Rev bringing up pancreatic cancer. That Sean Collins told me about this thing in the belly button thing. That I have the same belly button thing. It's like a little
Y'all have the same belly button?
yes,
Were y'all like Siamese
same,
twins?
same belly button thing.
Oh,
It's a little lump there, and he said that's an indication that you might have pancreatic cancer. So now me being
or hernia.
yeah, right, exactly. But me having acute hypochondria, off the charts, immediately, that's it. I got pancreatic cancer, and I'm thinking
Uh,
that. And I turned on the Rev yesterday morning. And he's talking about pancreatic cancer. I'm like, fuck you. See, this is the universe telling me, I got it. I'm dead. I'm dead. I did a
uh,
whip. What?
okay, Matt. I hate to be the one to tell you this, and I think Ron should have told you this long ago, so I wouldn't have to. But your hypochondria is not cute. So when you say you have acute hypochondria, it's not. It's not cute at all. It's very distracting.
Handsome? Is it handsome hypochondria?
No, it's very
It's
it's a
ugly. Is it plain old ugly hypochondria?
it is your only unattractive trait
Oh
compared to
no.
the other
Now I
unattractive
know you're lying. Now
traits.
I know you're lying.
Okay. It's the most unattractive trait you
Oh,
have.
that qualifies. I
And
don't
do you
know.
want to
Even
put this
there,
information out there with all the snowplow truck drivers that could be listening and using it against you?
They'll run over Matt and go like, well, he was going anyway. He had a pancreatic hernia.
that's the thing.
He had a cancerous pancreatic hernia.
Because I think both of you know, like I'm ready to check out. I've been talking about being ready to die for as long as either one of you know me. But then
Actually,
when it
since
comes
day
down,
one, since I've been on this show, you've said
right, exactly. I don't. But then when it comes down to it on the street of Brooklyn, when I'm tugging a box and I'm thinking I'm having a heart attack, I don't want to die in that moment. I'm fighting it. It's like, you know what? Just give into it, buddy. Just take it. I almost robbed somebody's hand cart. Yes. Oh, look, there's nobody around. I'll just take it. Look at me. That's the worst comes out in you when you're facing death in Greenpoint.
And then how dare you disparage snow truck drivers then?
Well,
Yeah,
see, it's because you guys are just fucking snowplow apologists.
I'm not a snowplow apologist.
I think you are. Oh, Jeff Altman's here. Let's say hello, Jeff. Hey, Jeff. Oh, that's not Jeff.
Oh.
Good morning, Elizabeth. It's Elizabeth Croydon, by the way, for people on the radio who didn't know that wasn't Jeff. That was Elizabeth Croydon. How are you this morning?
I'm happy to be here. How's everybody doing? I see you have the full crew. Excellent. Excellent.
That's because Ron is snowed in. He's under 70 feet of snow right now.
My goodness, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I see that we are snowed in as well, but I think we're only dealing with inches in my area.
Yeah. I think I didn't go out and with a yardstick and measure it or a ruler and measure it. I think we've got 3 feet so far. I'm sticking to my estimate on that. But News 12 is saying a town 10 minutes away only has 19.5 inches so far.
Well, my neighbors are so kind. I saw them outside already shoveling our driveway. How was your show, GD? Let's talk about the real tea. I'm sure you guys crushed it.
Well, I had. You're talking about the Thursday show in Westminster.
Yeah,
That
did
was
you
that
have
was a good show. We had
good?
and the Friday show went well as well.
And that was also at the stables?
No, Friday was in Laguna Beach.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah,
That's
so
He's still
great.
there. He's in
yeah.
Laguna Beach right now.
Well, that's why he's not complaining about the snow, clearly.
No, I would become no. I will be complaining about the snow because my wife has to deal with it. So
Oh
I
no, I'll
feel
buy her lonesome.
yeah. And that's something since we've been together. I don't think my wife. I think my wife has only shoveled the snow once since we've been, and that's because we had
Okay,
like
that's an argument for me to marry. All right.
yeah.
All right.
And that was because we had a rental place and we had like a gravel driveway, and so nobody would plow it because they didn't want to like ruin the
right.
move. So
So,
we had to shovel, and she came out and helped me shovel. And I just told her, "You go
aw.
back in and you relax, you drink some coffee. I got this." You know.
Does she need help today? Let me know. I got shoveled out. I have my truck.
I need help today.
The last time Laura
I'll
shoveled,
be there in 6 hours.
the last
I
time
don't
Laura
think so.
shoveled, it was probably like 1996.
All right. Stop making me jealous of all these beautiful women with husbands.
They
But
have
that's nothing like because and also and that Carol has to like she'll put Carol is used to if when I'm shoveling I will clear off the cars and then
Aw.
she just has to because where we are we have a constant 3.5 mile an hour wind minimum. So
Oh.
even when there's like no wind like if you're at 10 feet nothing is moving. But if you look at like 20, 25, 30 feet, you can see the trees swaying like this. So either they hear the music or there's a
I love it
breeze.
when the tree canopies sway like dramatically. And
Yeah,
it's
I'm not exaggerating. Our trees are probably, they're almost always swaying because of where we're located. We're like in this dip of this valley. If we had a windmill, we'd have like electricity at least
You'd
23
also
hours
have
a day.
Donald Trump blowing you up, nuking you.
That's
No,
right.
he wouldn't.
That would
Well,
cause cancer.
No
Yeah,
wonder you
so-
got belly button problems. Oh, that's me.
I don't have belly.
That's
My
right.
belly
It's me.
button's
It's
fine.
me. I forgot. It's me. I've got belly
Now,
button.
okay, let's do a survey here. How many people here, by show of hands, have an innie for a navel?
I have an innie. Yes.
I said by show of hands.
Well,
okay.
I
up
just
until-
woke up.
I-
If you're
I-
going
I
to be
wanna
like
say
my
up until
mom,
2
I'm going to
weeks
go
ago, I had
home
an
with all
innie.
my toys.
Okay, so Matt has an Audi.
Well, now it's not an Audi; it's a Mercedes Benz. But no, I had it innie for a navel, but now there's this thing. It looks like what is that movie with Sigourney Weaver?
Aliens?
Yeah.
Okay.
With the baby alien coming out?
Something like that. Yes.
Mm.
It's scary as hell.
Okay, so
I don't.
I'm
go to
glad
So
you
Matt
covered that
is-
thing up.
okay, so we have 4 out of 4 people who started, or 5, because Heavy Kev just put his hand up. So we have like 5 out of 5 people with innies. I'm just curious as to what makes because apparently parents get to choose if they say you want to do you want an innie or an Audi? I think parents get no.
Do you want a Benzo or an Audi?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's when they cut the umbilical cord. It's however it comes out. I think.
Oh, so it's not like they can actually cut it one way and it sticks out, and they cut it another way and it's an innie.
Now,
You want an Acura or an Audi?
Because I honestly believe because I was watching something on television, and it was one of those birth things, and they said, "Do you want your kid to have an innie or an Audi?" You know, they were ready to cut the umbilical cord. So I thought it was like not just where they cut it, but where not where the parents cut it, because they cut it like a foot away, and I don't think anybody has like a foot long navel anymore.
I mean,
But-
it's possible they
Not
could.
anymore. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure my son had a bow tie. And
Barry Katz told me I wouldn't get
lasts like a
comedy
week,
gigs
and
if
then
I
it falls
didn't
off.
chop that Audi off.
Oh, and
falls off.
well, look, if Barry Katz gives you advice, especially if it's free advice, I would hold on to it because he never gave me free advice. He gave you free advice about the
No, I
enable. He
paid
gave
for
Willie.
his advice. I paid
He
for
gave.
his advice.
Oh, you paid for it.
I
Oh,
paid
okay.
for his advice, and he gave me good advice. I'm not mad at Get Barry Katz. He told me that I needed to pick one thing, just one thing
This is my problem.
that I needed to focus on. The
See?
one thing that I wanted to do before I died. What was that? And then I work on that.
Anna de Armas.
So I'm working on my Shakespeare.
The one thing I want to do before I die.
And what is your
Okay.
thing?
Here's a Shakespeare.
No, Matt, what did you say?
Anna de Armas.
What is
Oh.
that?
She's an actress.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, yeah, you want to do her?
She's perfect. She's like absolutely. She's the perfect human
She's
being.
like the Sophia Loren.
But this begs the question, doesn't it? You see it begging? Stop begging. The question for GD. You invited Dylan Brody to your show. You invited
Dylan.
You invited
He's so
Crack the
great.
Sky.
Okay, no. See, you're that's misinformation.
Did
I
Dylan
did
Brody
not.
come
No.
on?
Wait, you didn't? What?
Okay. The EJK Talent invited Dylan.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, EGK Talent invited Dylan, and I was actually not in the loop. I was not in the loop on that part, in that point. And then they said, would you like to bring GD up? And he goes, yes, it would be a pleasure to bring GD up.
Okay.
And then they asked me how I felt about it.
Okay. You invited Paul from Crack the Sky. Right?
I invited Brian, but that was for the Thursday night show.
What are you munching on, Matt?
Because he didn't invite Barry Katz to his big LA debut. Him and I don't know if you know.
I'm not. First of all,
GD and Barry Katz go way back. They're like brothers. They've had sex even in a snowplow.
GD and Dylan Brody.
GD to just diss him like that and not.
Oh, Barry.
Barry, I'm coming to town, buddy. Remember our love affair? Let's reunite in Laguna.
First of all, I didn't invite anybody.
Right.
He
would have loved to have gone to Laguna.
Listen, he's practically a brother-in-law with Barry Katz. He's married to Alan Katz. He's Barry Katz is just like almost related.
What is this, Dylan Brody now? I thought we were talking about. I'm sorry.
No, if you're trying to follow any kind of logic from Matt, give up. just wait until he stops talking and see what you can remember.
Barry made a beautiful contribution in my name to a charity for a holiday, and it made me weep. And he was one of the people that sustained my beauty contest that I was doing to, I don't know, convince me that, beauty contests aren't evil. It brought attention to cancer. So I wound up raising a lot of money for cancer awareness, which means something to me much deeper now that I'm dealing with my mother. But such a nice person I'm sure he would have loved to have been invited.
Elizabeth would look.
See, I'm not following the conversation.
I would have flown out for your Laguna show.
I mean, who would have
there? What venue did you do in Laguna?
It was a community center. I did a community center.
He's doing community service.
I'm doing community service. Yes.
Good. That's nice.
So I was. Then they asked if Dylan.
Ron's got his snow shoveling picture up. Yay!
They asked Dylan if he would not just bring. So he was coming. He was also introducing me, but he also
Dylan
opened
was
for
on
me.
The lineup.
He opened for me.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and so they asked me how do you feel? Is that okay if Dylan opens for you? And I said, well, to be honest, I'm like terrified. I said, because Dylan is so much better at what he does than I am at what I do, and
oh no, that's not true. I put you both on a par. Are you and him on a lineup? I totally come out. My niece wants to say hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey there, niece. Which niece are you?
Listen, I think this is way too inappropriate.
Yeah,
A
this
show
is
for children.
Sophia. She's an aspiring podcaster. Sophia,
Hey,
this is
Sophia.
Matt. These are my comic friends, and now we're gonna go say grown-up stuff. Can you go upstairs and help Mom?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. No, stay so you can explain some of those words to me because I don't
I
understand
do.
half of them.
I explain them to her all the time at
Yeah,
the
so she may
show
need to
when I
explain them to me so that I understand.
inadvertently cuss on the mat.
But you
Especially when
understand. You understand that GD and Alan Katz are like joined at the hip, and Barry Katz is GD's former lover, and GD didn't invite Barry.
I didn't
Katz
know
to
he
the
liked
show.
pussy like this. I had no idea GD was a giant cat. I mean, I knew he was a married man, but now he's like a cat chaser.
When, like Ron says, he's everybody's bisexual, and GD is leading the way. I don't know if that's
Okay. I didn't know that.
that's what they actually mean by snowplows.
GD, your forehead does look particularly handsome today.
Right. So I got to call back. I'm sure Barry feels hurt by this. That once he finds out that GD was in Laguna Beach and didn't invite him, he's going to be very, I don't know, brokenhearted. Or Robert Taylor as well.
now, first of all, Robert Taylor would not cross his anything even
So
to
did
piss on my
Dylan Brody
grave.
show up and perform? Did you
What do
guys
you
get
mean?
to work together? I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
I just
No. I can't. I go ahead, Matt. What you're saying?
I don't think Robert Taylor has animosity towards you or doesn't or dislikes you. I think he is mad at me.
Why'd he quit the show?
Because
he can still be friends with you. He can still be friends with you. He can still talk to you and everything. But once you brought me on the show, he like abandoned all coffee with the dog ties.
Because I wasn't giving him enough talk time, enough face time, enough voice time. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. He never articulated any.
See, and I've reached out to him to try to get him back on the show, and nothing. He doesn't even respond back to me.
And who are you even talking about? Because
A guy named Robert Taylor, who used to be a regular on the show.
He also did a show called Father Knows Best back in the 50s. Oh, that's a different Robert Taylor. Robert Desmond Taylor, who was part of the 1920s Hollywood sex scandal. No, that's a different Robert Taylor. The Robert Taylor from the World Series of Comedy. That's what it is. Yeah.
Good and good luck with your doctor's appointment, and thank you for watching. And it's cutting out early. She just wanted us to know she has an unnecessary doctor's appointment.
Does she have a thing in her belly button? Is that the problem?
We'll get pictures when she's done.
But just no show, nothing like this. What is this?
I had a nice time this weekend. I went up to the Church of Satire. I hung out in the green room. I brought Jim some more presents for his bar. I brought him a set of Walt Disney World espresso cups, and I brought him antique English Royal, him and Pat, antique English Royal Dalton china cups that are named after literary figures. Like one is Moby Dick, one is John Peel. Some of those things, one may be worth $200, or it may be worth $6.99. But Pat's taking care of his mom anyway, so if he lands a lot of money, that's great. He promised to tithe me.
This was a Frank Vignola show, right? Frank Vignola show?
Frank Vignola did the Good Karma Fest. He wasn't there that evening. It was just Jim and Pat and a bunch of the old green room people. And, John Fugelsang, when I was a young comic, I had a weekend of instability, and John Fugelsang gave me housing that weekend because he was leaving New York, and I never got to pay him back. So I picked out the Royal Dalton creamer, English creamer. That's the Cardinal, and I think John also got the Robin Hood. And
I'm sad, but I thought John and I were going to be best buds after he was on the show.
I'll invite him back on. He said he'd come on anytime. He does not
he was
say
just
that
being nice.
No, I don't
they
know.
all say
I've
that.
seen John be nice and not. I've seen John be nice and be like, don't invite me back. So So let's not. I'll invite him back. I forgot. I was having too much fun shooting baskets with Jim. I totally forgot that I was on a mission to invite him back on the show. I apologize for that. And then the rumor came that snow was going to come down in Hanover. Ron lives somewhere around there. That fog is deadly. I had driven up the day before to see Jim headline, right? Because I love Jim's comedy like my own. But then I got called back because of my mom.
Like your own, you'd say. You love your own? Because to me, I hate everything I do.
Well, I must love it because I haven't stopped,
Well, no, I haven't stopped, but I definitely, there's no doubt about that. I hate everything I do. I hate everything I do. And,
I don't hate it like ice skating. I aspired to be Dorothy Hamill and I had weak ankles. So, I couldn't skate. I'm not like, and I wasn't like, oh, I love the way I skate. I was like, get me off these skates before I break my ankles.
Yeah.
Yeah, that fog this weekend you're talking about, Elizabeth, was terrible. I had a gig in Northumberland on Friday night, and that's, you got to drive right up along the Susquehanna. So you'd have,
my goodness.
So you'd
Susquehanna.
So you'd have patches where it's no fog. Then you come over the hill and it's just fucking fog for miles, and you couldn't see shit.
Wow, I'm so glad you're okay. No, I had to leave. I drove up right at like 7 p.m., hit the Church of Satire, got my stuff out, receive a text that I need to be back in Maryland for some issues regarding my mother's health. Jim and Pat, forgive me, Pat's taking care of his own mom. I hit the road and like the roads were clear. And then like 7:20, this deadly fog rolls in where I couldn't see, where it tricks you into thinking your own headlights is a reflection of cars coming at you. It was wild. I'm glad I'm alive. I'm glad you're alive. Let's do some more weather talk. I'm into it.
Big time weather talk. Well, here's the thing. On Saturday, when I went to Brooklyn, Greenpoint, Brooklyn, I'd never been to Greenpoint, Brooklyn before. It was gorgeous. You would have thought, like, the winter is over. This is an early spring day. It was perfect. And then knowing that this deadly nor'easter blizzard was coming, it's just like anxiety. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of torn. Would it be better if the weatherman did? Shh, don't say anything until Saturday night. Oh, watch out! But the anticipation of it was just killing me. I mean, the anxiety, and then I'm like, you're forgetting to appreciate how fucking beautiful it is out here because all you're doing is worried about tomorrow. You could be dead before tomorrow. Enjoy the day, right?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Carry yourself forward as positively as you are able.
See, positivity doesn't come naturally for me. It's just or it doesn't come at all, as a matter of fact.
As long as it still stays around,
yeah. The Greenpoint is all that.
It only came to me after the electric shock treatment.
New York City, they just have too many cars. They just have too many cars. There's no parking there, and just Brooklyn, Queens, all of it. It's like, I don't know. They got to figure something out.
It was so pretty where I stayed in the sticks of Brooklyn when I first moved there.
Sticks of Brooklyn?
Yeah, by Harriet Tubman Park. Have you been there?
Yes, I have.
I think that place is beautiful. Like the nature reserves there stun me.
I don't know. It's for a country boy like me, it's all just it's just anxiety city. I mean, I just go in there. And every time I'm there, I'm thinking it's time for me to give up my driver's license because I'm going to kill somebody, and it ain't going to be me.
At least you're monitoring yourself,
Someone
else will be like, hey, let's keep this thing till I kill somebody.
See, the problem is I need grandchildren or somebody to say, Grandpa, it's time to give up your driver's license.
Oh.
Yes. I'm excited. We have a guest in the green room.
Ooh.
And I don't even want to read his introduction. I want to go from the heart because there are very few celebrities, people who are well known, that I actually turned into a teenage girl talking to Elvis.
Oh, wow.
Robert Klein is one, and Jeff Altman is the other. Jeff is a star
Jeff
of.
Altman's here?
Yes, he's here. He's in the green room, and he's going to be in just a minute. You know him from
Ooh.
comedy, from the Comedy Store. You know him from television, Dukes of Hazzard. You know him from movies, Rodney Dangerfield. You know him from late night television. Most people who know about him know he is also a magician.
Wow, I didn't know
Few
that.
people realize he's also a drummer, and
What?
yeah, and so I want to talk to him about a lot of that. Hopefully, there'll be time enough to include the drummer stuff because
Oh, yeah, I need to
last
know
time
if
I had
he's
him on, I
John
don't think he
Bonham or
could.
Keith Moon. Last time he's been on here before.
Yeah, oh yes, he was on twice with me. Once, just me and him, where I just got to have an in-depth conversation with him, and once during the potathon for Andy Andrus, who also is dying of pancreatic cancer, but
Oh,
was
no.
saved. He was saved because of our potathon for him. We raised enough money, got him the Whipple procedure, and now he's fine.
Wow.
And here's the thing: we all were thinking it was doomed for Andy because pancreatic cancer was like one of the worst cancers you can get, and
Yeah.
now he's fine. He's in better shape than me. So,
Oh, that's great.
well, it doesn't take much to be in better shape than me, right?
Well, now
Anyway,
good on you guys.
that is the worst introduction for the fabulous Jeff Altman I've ever heard in my life. Good morning, Jeff. Thanks for being here.
Can you see me?
Yes, we can
Yes.
see you. You can't see us?
Yeah. Am I wearing a hat?
Yes.
Yes, you are wearing a hat.
Do you see?
Oh, I thought you were just happy to see
The
me.
stripes are nice, and you didn't even have to buy a suit.
Oh, should I do introductions?
Well done.
Do you know the fabulous Elizabeth Croydon right over there?
I do now. Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi, Jeff. I love your work.
Oh,
And
thank
that's
you.
Ron Kane up there over here.
Hey, Ron.
And G.D. Fenderson, who is in Laguna, California right now.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hi there.
Hi.
So good morning. Thank you for being here, man. I really appreciate you putting in a lot of effort to get here this morning.
As long as you can hear and see me, then we're set to go. We're going. We're on.
Yeah.
You know what? Before we get to any of the magic talk and all this stuff, this is magic talk. Your father was a magician, right? And you were from Syracuse, New York. Your father was a friend of Di Vernon, and you became a friend of Di Vernon. I'm just curious. Did Di Vernon come to Syracuse, or were you traveling with your father out to the Magic Castle to meet him? How did you get to be associated with Di Vernon as a young man?
In 1974, I decided I was going to go out to the West Coast and try to be a funny close-up sleight of hand guy.
Ooh.
And so I had heard about Vernon for many years. My father had known Vernon probably back in the 40s and 50s and 60s. And so, my introduction to Di Vernon was, very easy. And I had spoken to him on the phone, and so I spent 2 years going to the Magic Castle, sitting in front of him, watching him for many long hours, and we became very, very good friends.
Wow. Now, that's just kind of interesting because I'm thinking about Syracuse, and Jay Moranti, who's been on the program a number of times, runs a Shakespeare in the Park. He's also a stand-up comedian from Syracuse, and I happen to mention that you're from Syracuse, and who are the biggest stars? Jeff Altman has to be the iconic biggest star out of
Bobcat Goldthwait is from Syracuse.
Bobcat. Wow, I did not know Bobcat was from Syracuse. Wow, there you go.
And Tom, oh gosh, what's his last name? He does the voice of the dude, the square man box thing. What am I thinking of?
I can't think of his name right now.
SpongeBob Square Man box thing.
He's. I can't think of his name. He's on my Facebook friend list, but see, this happens when
I
you
was
get
recently reading an article that was printed about the beef between Bobcat Goldthwait and Seinfeld.
And Seinfeld?
Yeah. And
Oh, yes.
the long and short of it is that Bobcat said, "Look, man, you've got a net worth of $450 million. You can buy your fans to applaud."
There is
There
some kind of
Syracuse men
why
are
would he
salty.
say that, Elizabeth?
They've had a 30-year beef, apparently, according to this article. Really, when I see those things, since I run with the press in Washington, D.C., I'm thinking that there's an agent out there getting publicity for both, because a lot of those arguments are contrived to keep both people relevant, and they're both great classics. And I would congratulate anyone that keeps their clients' names relevant and controversial these days, because fans are always looking for the controversy these days, which bums me out.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff online about that, and there's a coffee and comedians having coffee in cars or something. Jerry,
I love that program. I watched that.
He's definitely Jerry is definitely venting about
he is
something about
definitely beefing
Bobcat.
on Bobcat Goldthwait. They had to bleep Bob's name out to one of Bob's friends, which is kind of like, very few people in front of the camera will stand up for their buddies. She felt terribly awkward.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's talk about your guest. I happen to be a huge fan. We're talking about the desire to be an up close.
Okay, you know Jeff's work.
Hand guy.
You know Jeff's work. Did you know he? You obviously you probably know he's a close-up magician. Did you know he's a drummer?
No. Now, can I ask a question without railroading the interview? I have Brody Stevens drumsticks right here.
Well, yes, you can ask a question, but hold on. I want to ask him a question about drumming.
I'm getting Brody's sticks.
Yeah. So, Jeff, I know from our previous conversations, you had talked about Doc Severinsen giving you one of the greatest compliments of your life. Had you, and I tried to do a deep dive of Jeff Altman playing with either the Tonight Show Orchestra or the David Letterman's band at some point. Did you ever have any desire or even kind of hint that I'd love to play with the band?
I played with Dave's band a couple of times, and never on the Tonight Show. But Doc was very generous in what he said to me. So
yeah. So it's weird because I was trying to find the clips of you playing drums with either Letterman's band or Carson's band. Maybe I'm not that good at Google, but I would love to see that. It's got to be alive somewhere on the internet. Everything that ever happened.
I know.
It's still, and just on that note, like I know Carson was a huge Magic fan. Did you ever do Magic for Carson?
Yeah, I in 1991 I was on a television show called Nurses, and I played the male nurse, and because because I got into a fight with the writers, I didn't come back for a second year. The show was on 3 years. I was on the first year. Yeah, we just did not get along.
Pesky fighting.
Yeah, and anyway.
I wish more people enjoyed fighting creatively.
Yeah, it's just a lot of fun.
I do.
Go ahead. Well, I mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
Who are you saying?
Am I allowed to ask my question now, or
yes? Ask your question. Make it quick.
All right. Regarding drumming, are you a John Bonham drummer or more to the Keith Moon side?
I'll answer that.
Go ahead, Matt.
But he's more to the Buddy Rich side. Go ahead. Now you answer it.
That would be the case. He was
Buddy Rich is. Okay. All right.
Buddy was a close friend.
Oh, wow.
And I just always admired him for his skills and his technique and his ability to make a band sound like nobody else.
Well, before GD asks his question, where did you and Buddy meet?
I met Buddy when I was 15 years old at a place called Basin Street East in New York City. And,
wow.
he started seeing me showing up at all his concerts and stuff, and so he got I was recognizable. And then when I went to college in Baltimore, I talked him into coming
Where,
down.
Towson, Johns Hopkins?
I went to Johns Hopkins.
Right on.
And so I talked Buddy into coming down from Philadelphia where he was playing.
Ooh.
And did a clinic at Johns Hopkins with me. So
wow.
Yeah, that one of the greatest days of my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
What were you studying in Johns Hopkins?
How to get out.
That's funny.
Thank you so much.
Now, this because I know you were friends with Buddy right up to the end, and we don't need to make it a morbid conversation here. But you lifelong, his whole life, you stayed close with him.
Yes.
Were you a jazz player, more or less, or not?
I would say that I was jazz would be my first pick to play, and then rock and roll. You know, I mean, when I've been in bands, both kinds of bands. So, but I just would say that my technique followed more closely to Buddy than it did to say like John Bonham. But they were both unbelievable drummers.
Right.
It's too bad.
Jazz grip.
What's that?
You play jazz grip on the sticks, or? Yeah, because I was just watching. Beautiful. Everybody's getting out their drumsticks. What's going on over there? Because I just watched the video last week of Buddy talking about why he didn't like match grip, the drumming. That whole thing.
That was not true. He could play match grip. He could do anything, but he played match grip a little bit on different parts of the instrument at different times.
He did say that in the video, but he was talking about for the finesse stuff that you just couldn't match the kind of subtleties with single stroke rolls and stuff like that you could get with jazz grip, and he was talking about that. So, yeah, but that was just like a super interesting conversation to me, because I've been having lots of conversations with drummers, and people have these ideas about what it takes to be a good drummer, and some of it's just like crazy technique and all this stuff. And most of the people I talk to, it's all about serving the song, knowing the song, knowing what you're right. Yeah, so
the drummer is there to make the band sound good.
Right. Do you play on a full kit still? Do you?
No, I left my drums in California, and I'm now living in North Carolina. And,
oh wow!
I've been under house arrest for 2 years, so I that was a joke.
Okay, good.
What part of North Carolina?
We don't want the fans just talking about
North Carolina. Where are you in North Carolina? Asheville?
Raleigh.
Oh, okay. I love Raleigh. It's beautiful in the spring.
Yeah, it's a nice town.
Yeah.
So, coming back to magic now, I know you're not under house arrest. You go to a lot of magic conventions, yes, or
yes.
A lot of them. You visit the magic get-togethers, right?
Yeah, I attend conventions a fair amount of time. I was supposed to go to one in a couple of months, and I got a gig doing the Dukes of Hazzard crap, and so I
what were you doing on the Dukes of Hazzard? Forgive my ignorance. I thought the show was originally about English royalty, but eventually I fought for my rights to party, and I learned that the show was not about English royalty.
You're very close, though, Elizabeth. It was about two guys in a car, and
the rednecks. Yeah, no. One time, my mom gave me permission to watch, and because an elementary school friend was over, and I was so excited. And of course, I told everyone I'd been watching this. And when the General Lee flew over the hill, and Bob and Luke Duke got out, and Bo and Luke Duke got out, I said, where are the dukes? Where are the queens? Where are the kings? We must have the wrong channel. And then, of course, being the butt of the joke in the third grade, I studied it like one studies Shakespeare, and I learned of the commedia dell'arte figures, if you will, of Boss Hogg and Enos, and so I ask you quite seriously, what did you play on Dukes of? I had no idea you were on Dukes of Hazzard.
I played the king. No, I
Played the drums.
You are the king, actually.
I played Boss Hogg's nephew, Huey Hogg.
Oh my goddess, what fun to work with that actor. Wow.
Yeah, he was a great actor, by the way.
He really was. He was a classically trained actor. Will you remind me of his name, please?
His name was Sorrel Book.
Thank you. Thank you for taking me back. Now, gentlemen, I silence myself to continue absorbing
Thank God.
my memory. I know, right? For a minute, matriarchy was winning.
I did want to talk to Jeff about the state of magic. So you go to these conventions. First of all, I feel like when you were starting out as a magician, you say in 1974 out of the Magic Castle, there was more respect for the art of magic. Now, I think, I've never been an illusion guy, but I always had a lot of respect for the David Copperfield and the Doug Hennings and people who did big magic. But I was also always a fan of little magic. And then street magic started becoming a big thing. People were very into street magic. And now it seems like it's just kind of like people are disrespecting the art form at all. If you're a magician, you're kind of on the lowest rung of the entertainment business. Do you agree with me, first of all, on the respect for the art has diminished greatly over the years?
I don't agree. I think that shows like American Idol or whatever, the
America's Got Talent, yeah.
Yeah. Oh God!
Oh my goodness!
There I am. Holy crap!
You are how fortunate to. What fun! Oh my goddess!
It was great fun.
So yeah, you were saying you don't agree that the art form has lost a lot respect in the entertainment world.
Well, I think magic was always the second billing in vaudeville. It was you have somebody that was well known and then also a magician. And that was vaudeville days. I think now with shows like America's Got Talent and things like that, you've got guys that come off those shows and go immediately to Vegas with their own gigs. So I don't exactly agree with that. I think you can go to Vegas now, Las Vegas, and see several very good magic shows that garner respect and
my friend Alon New is in Vegas right now. He's the man who knows. Alon New, N-U, but he doesn't call himself a magician. He is calling himself a mentalist.
Yeah.
But he does all of these amazing word puzzles, and he's an extraordinary person too.
I was very lucky that I was a very close friends with Ricky Jay. Is that
Ricky Jay? You guys know who Ricky Jay is?
No, I know Jeff McBride. I mean, we can throw magician. I love magic. We can throw magician names all day. Who's Ricky Jay?
Ricky Jay is a close-up historian of magic, storyteller, just a super, really. There's plenty of like Ricky Jay specials that Showtime did back in the day that are still available. Just one of the best. Go ahead, Jeff. Yeah, I interrupted you if you want.
Well, no, he did. He did several of his own shows in theaters that seated, say, 100, 150 people, and I would say Ricky Jay was considered one of the top 3 or 4 magicians of close-up magicians of the 20th century.
Oh wow!
I think he consulted on the Bill Bixby show, The Magician, on some level on that.
Yeah, I don't know if he put that on his resume or not, though.
Yeah.
Jeff, I have a question for you real quick. It's a
Sure.
little bit off the wall.
Yeah.
I just want to know what this is.
Jesus, good God Almighty. Well,
That's God Almighty. Oh, Jesus. Oh.
I had to pay the rent.
Okay.
I love the beginning of this story.
So this is one of those I'm sorry I needed the money though stories.
Thank you.
So this is the
costume.
you can take that down. Can you take that down, Jake?
I'm trying to.
I want a hoodie
my
that
mouth
comes
is...
with a mask.
So I tell you, this is like one of my most esteemed guests. I love this guy, and you kind of looking for stuff to embarrass him with.
I wasn't trying to embarrass him. If I didn't know.
I'll tell you the deal. I'll tell you the story. ABC did a special like in 1976 or 7 called The Superheroes of something. And I was one of the superheroes called the Weather Wizard. And that was...
I knew we controlled the weather.
That's right. And they put me in this awful garb, which you just displayed beautifully.
Thank you. I didn't take the picture. I cannot take credit for it.
No.
All the Antifa kids are going to wear that outfit now.
So because honestly, I just thought that was one of the Green Lantern rejected costumes that it's like, okay, we're going to try.
It did look like a green, like Kato, like Bruce Lee couldn't make it to the.
Like Kato, yeah.
A Batman villain,
like Kato,
you were like
Green Lantern.
Yeah, like you were an off market Batman villain.
Robin's cousin Robbie.
Yeah,
Jeff, I would love to share this with you. This I got to make it big screen here, if I can.
I see painting.
It is. It's a AI magic, but it's.
Oh, look at this.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, so you can see just by that they are basically doing something that looks very real. You see Simon Cowell reacting to it. You see the other judges getting up to run away with it. They have the American Idol set there. People are seeing that kind of stuff all over the internet being shared, and then asking magicians to, can you do the dog painting thing and make a dog come out of the painting? And so it's setting up, and we were talking to Ferrantino about this last week, like it's setting up totally unreal expectations. This is the first you've
Matt, not necessarily. Can you hold on for 2 seconds?
Sure, you're gonna
5 for you.
Go get a dog.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited. There are props.
You won't do it for me this morning. I'm sorry. What can I tell you?
But yes, when you go, there's no talk about this at like magic conventions and big shows
Not really, because he can't walk up to you and do that. He can't come up and say to you, "Look, here's a 50-cent piece," and I take it in my hand and squeeze it tightly. I squeeze the coin in my hand tightly, and the strange thing is, it just goes away. And
yeah, I love it.
And I can do that in front of someone's face, and
I love that.
He can't.
Right, I totally get that, and I'm a big fan of people who actually have the skills to do that. But yeah, I agree that he can't do that. But there are people doing street magic, close-up magic now, using AI where it's really fake. Like one guy just takes a deck of cards, throws it up into the air, and the card that they think of just comes on his necklace.
Do you know Jeff McBride?
Yeah.
I worked with Jeff way back in the 1990s, and he always amazed me with literally throwing the way he could throw his cards into the audience.
Yeah,
loved his mask work too.
these are impossible effects that appear to be in a close-up setting. So when people are in close-up settings, and Tarantino said that yes, this is happening. Like when he's doing close-up magic at the Pirates Cove, he's at a table and people are asking him for something that was impossible that they saw on the internet. So yeah, I agree that dog
doesn't
thing
it
is
speak
not
to a bigger problem? Like if you're watching that video and you comment like, "Oh, this is real" and stuff, don't you deserve to have your hand broken? You can't touch a device for a while. I mean,
Are
as soon
you
as you started that,
are you available for that?
Show for you.
Oh, Ron is available. If you got the money, Ron. Yes, if you got the money, Ron will break the body part. Yeah.
I can make time for that. That seems like it'd be a noble mission.
Yeah. But
my childhood doctor would pull out birds, butterflies, whatever would get me to do a throat culture.
Everything but medicine, right?
Right, everything but medicine.
Elizabeth, Jeff McBride actually does one of my tricks.
What? Did he steal it or did he talk to you about it? I need to know. I'll go beat him up.
I published quite a bit of magic, and
wow.
In one of the books there's a trick, and Jeff does it, and he does it beautifully.
Which one is that?
Well, it's a trick in which two cards switch places, and it's done right in front of your eyes, and it's pretty remarkable.
No, he is
also known as the Devil's Threesome.
I'm so that's it.
I was waiting for Jeff to confirm that. Thruple up, everybody. Thruple up. This guy Beelzebub, he's really good with the sleight of hand. Yeah. I got a card for you, a card.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing. Publishing
Thank God my niece
like
left.
that. We were talking to Tarantino about it, and John kept coming back to these magic shop things where people will go. You know, and Jeff, this is no revelation to you. In the old days, a lot of people, hobbyists, would just be going to magic shops all the time and spending on the latest gizmo, the latest gadget that will help you do stuff instead of developing hand skills and that kind of stuff. And people coin magic and card magic, those people were considered finger flickers, dexterity guys, and
finger flickers.
Yeah,
that meant something different in my 5th grade class. Go on.
But there were still people who were selling those effects. But basically, they were selling patter, and you'd still have to go home and practice the skills on it. And now it's just like John was talking about. Well, it's $3,000 for this table. Like, if you're spending $3,000 on a table, you're not a magician. I'm sorry, you're not. You're just somebody who's buying something that is going to work for you, and you have to just make up your own patter for it. It's just to me, it's not a skill.
Is Will Arnell modeling his ridiculous character after you in Arrested Development and I'm just so curious about that. I mean,
I don't think anyone is doing an impression of me at this particular time. I just heard this. What is the one thing a woman does not want to hear after having sex with Willie Nelson?
He's out of weed?
No.
I'm
sorry, I'm not Willie Nelson.
Yeah. You better ID him beforehand. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel it. I want to, if I can, show you one more piece of this fake, because people are believing it, and I know I don't want to, belabor the point here, but this is somebody doing something on the street. If I can share the screen, which is it? Yeah, here it is. This is here's this guy. Let me see if I can make it bigger first of all, and come back. Too many buttons to push here. This is why we need a producer. Damn it. Yeah, this guy.
I think he's asleep.
Is he? Well, it wouldn't be surprising being out there, and then come back here and hit play, right? Oh boy, too many windows open. Yeah,
I'm seeing something.
yeah. You see him levitating there.
I saw a bad edit too.
But look, and now there's people surrounding him and all this stuff. So people are there. You know, street magic is a big thing now. People making their living this way, doing street magic. They're getting. Can you do the levit? This is beyond the David Blaine raised foot levitation type of thing. This is just like setting up again. Unreal expectations for people. Oh, I saw a guy doing it on the internet. It must be true. And we have a lot of that. So
There was a magician.
Yeah.
There was a magician who was the greatest sleight of hand performer with coins, whose name was David Roth. And David Roth could do that levitation. But
the one that we just
go
saw
up 20 feet like this guy's doing. But he would create the illusion of levitating.
I was gonna say that in my day, reading, I would read tarot cards on the beach of Venice when I was at the Comedy Store doing their open mics to pay for my expenses. And there was someone who would do convincing levitation that involved a mirror. But I am dyslexic, and I like the mystery of these close-up guys. I don't want to know how it is. I don't want to know the mysteries. I've never asked Alon New or Jeff McBride to break it down for me. I like being wowed.
Yeah, I agree. I've always been a fan
love that.
People that put in the skill. Now there's a whole stigma about like how much Al Baker used to say it, the product of a misspent youth, to be able to develop new ideas and stuff. And that's what I wanted to ask Jeff about. You talk about publishing new effects and things like that. From the creative process, how does that, you're sitting there with a deck of cards and you think, what can I do that is new, that somebody has not seen before, and involving sleight of hand and all that stuff? How do you even get into that mindset where you get ideas for that stuff? How does that work?
Well, I don't know. You spend years and years handling cards, and you become familiar with all the different kinds of effects that there are. And you just go to work. You sit down and come up with an idea and distill it in some way, and therefore come up with a new idea.
Wow. There's a guy named Joe Silky who was part of a podcast that I was on. That's his whole thing, is developing and consulting for other magicians and helping them build effects and stuff like that. And
cool!
Yeah.
How cool to be able to build magicians' effects and the box and everything. I am giddy. Thank you.
But when it comes to cards and coins and stuff, trying to do something original and new, to me, that is the ultimate in creative thinking. Like it stretches the imagination, because there have been so many great effects that have been done. And of course, there are no new sleights, right? There are no new hand movements, no,
that's not true, Matt.
That's not true again.
Yeah, people come up with new sleights. I was very lucky when I went out to the West Coast to meet Di Vernon, and I thought I would become a funny card guy or something, and that was my hope, my dream, and that didn't happen. But yeah, you can invent new sleights.
Jeff, I have a question for you.
You have a quarter, and then you move your hand over the hand holding the quarter, and then all of a sudden it becomes an euro from Germany, and then you move it and it becomes another coin from another country.
That's right.
And you accidentally teach Americans they're not the only country.
Yeah.
So, Jeff, I have a question real quick.
Sure.
I'd like there are quite a few movies where they show illusionists, like The Illusionist, The Prestige, Now You See Me. the Great Houdini with Tony Curtis. Do you have a favorite movie about
Oh
magicians or
yeah.
illusionists?
It's funny you mentioned that because my father was 45 years old when I was born, and he was born in 1906.
Wow.
Houdini died in
Wow.
1926, and just before he died, he made my father the first president of the Society of American Magicians in Worcester, Massachusetts. So
Whoa.
my father knew Houdini,
Oh, cool.
Wow.
and
Wow.
so all the Tony Curtis movie is, even though it's technically not right, it's it's still fascinating to watch. I think,
What do you mean by technically not right? Because are you talking about the historical part of it, or something to do with the
Well,
Wait, was there a boom mic that just flew by during an
the punch in the gut stuff? I know there were different stories
no.
about
I
that.
mean, Houdini didn't die in a water tank.
Oh,
You
I
know,
didn't know that.
yeah, that's right. Well, now new information is coming forward as we speak. No, no, he died from getting punched in the stomach when he would he would ask people when he was on stage to come up and hit him in the stomach.
Oh, I'd
as
never
hard
do
as
that
they
as a
could.
martial artist. No
Right.
way.
And once he was in Detroit, and he was
Oh
back.
my God. Of course it was Detroit Fist. Let him go on.
Anyway, he asked somebody. There was a couple of college students there, and while they were talking to him, one guy just wound up and hit him in the stomach as hard as he could. He wasn't set.
Yeah, right. He didn't put up his walls. Right.
Right.
That's right, and he died later.
Oh.
He had a
Soft
ruptured
organ injury, right?
appendix. He had appendicitis, and it ruptured his appendix. And
Oh my goddess.
about a week
Right.
later, he died from sepsis.
Well, I'm
Uh,
glad they kept that out. It's not as glamorous.
Yeah,
How horrible.
I know it.
I remember reading about that, but also like really hanging on to the story from the water tank from the movie. But then there was this thing about him and telling his wife that if he could come back he would, and then it became, for most of my young life, like every Halloween, seances trying to get in touch with Harry Houdini. Was any of that stuff
My
too? Because I know he did do.
In 1966, I know exactly where I was in 1966. The night Houdini died 40 years later, I was with a girl that I had fallen deeply in love with. I was 15 years old.
Ooh,
and
that's serious.
we were out smooching, and I was thinking to myself, man, I wonder if Houdini could come back tonight. Sure, because he hadn't planned for the different dimensions of time, that it was Halloween, and that he was going to reveal himself somehow to me on that night, and all I got was good kisses. So,
well, that's.
You could also have, you could say, I guess his message to you would have been, "Hey Jeff, tell your dad I said hi. I came all this way just to tell your dad hi."
thank you.
Very cool stuff.
If you
your
hadn't
date's
been
pretty
kissing the
hot.
girl, you would have heard
Yeah.
me. But you were busy.
For me, growing up, there was a period in my youth where I was pursuing a career in magic and close-up magic, and for me that either meant one of two things: either restaurant stuff or comedy clubs. Right? Those were, you weren't going to get theaters doing close-up stuff. You weren't going to. So you basically, I did a million ground rounds and sizzlers and those kind of things.
Oh,
but
wow.
it seemed like, boy, as hard as it is to make a living in comedy, in magic, I mean, you're doing these restaurant gigs and all that kind of stuff. So that's what I mean about, like, maybe the respect from the consumer just isn't there, because there's not a lot of opportunities for magicians to make.
I think magic is like all endeavors. I think that this is just my opinion. There's too much of everything. Everything is too accessible. When I started in magic, I had to fly to the West Coast, start to live there where I lived for 40 years, and actually get to the person who was considered the greatest magician. Today, you can learn all this stuff on the internet. I mean, that's the horror of how magic has progressed over the last 25 years.
Yeah.
Wow, if I was part of the magician's cabal, I mean, I don't know if you guys have a cabal, but I know you have the
Cabal.
castle in right. I mean, Will Arnell's character is always talking about the Magician Society or something, finding out that he's going to do a trick of theirs or give away a secret, or, and then you've got the Magic Castle. Like I would be kicking some balls on the internet. I mean, shouldn't be giving away these secrets. I deliberately don't look. I love being surprised. And
Good for you.
Well, didn't it really start though, like back in the day with that Fox TV show revealing the magician's secrets?
Absolutely,
they did not
right.
do that.
Yeah.
Very good observation. Yeah, it started with that guy, and he's still on the internet revealing everything. There's a guy, I don't know if it's the same guy, Ron, but it's there's a guy called the Devil or something, and he reveals some of the most complex tricks. A lot of David Blaine stuff is being explained.
Oh, that's sad.
It's awful.
Yeah.
It's awful.
It is bad.
I still have my bent spoon from Alon New upstairs. I made him autograph it.
Yeah, and you can also make that same point with comedy, because like with comedy, a lot of comedy has been broken down to, look, we offer a class at a club, and now they sell comedy classes.
I'm excited. I'm going back to college to get my bachelor's degree.
And now you just have a bunch of comics that all sound the same.
Yeah.
I went to Yale for stand-up comedy. Damn it. I'll have it respected.
Wow. One of the guys who I'm really impressed with right now, and he's on the internet a lot, guy named Jason Marr. Are you familiar with him?
Who?
Jason Marr, Maher, like Bill Maher, but not really. He's an Australian guy.
No. What does he do?
He does close up. He does great see-through cups and balls thing. But he does card magic. He has one that he calls the greatest card trick of all, and I'm sure you would be able to see what he's doing. But I'm watching him, and I'm like, I can't see where he's good with it. The technique with the slides and all that. The world, here it is. I got it. Let me see if I can pull this up for you, and let me bring it back to the top.
While you're doing that, can I ask Jeff a question real quick?
Yes,
sure.
You can ask him a question real quick.
Hey, Jeff, my introduction to you is back on television, and you had a bit that I used to just love to imitate for the kids who couldn't stay up late enough to watch you on television. And it was with you on the belt, and you'd be like, and doing an impression of your father. You'd be saying stuff like, "I'll flip you like a cheese omelet," and stuff like that. How did your father feel about those kinds of material? Did he? And well, first of all, how close was that to where your father actually was, and what did he think of that?
My dad's pants were pretty high, and I used to do a bit in my act where I would say, folks, I don't know if you've noticed, but as you get older, your dad's pants go one of two directions. They either go like this, and I'd pull them way down and go, honey, is there any mail? Somebody stole the cap off the cheese whiz. Or in the case of my dad, exactly the opposite. As my dad got older, the pants would creep up on him, and by the time he was 65, it was just a belt and a hat.
Yeah. So what did your father think of that characterization of him?
My dad and I were so close, he didn't care. He thought as long as I was making a living, somehow he was happy, because he never. The last thing my dad said to me before I went to the coast was, "Oh, what the hell are you going to do when you get out there?" He didn't understand why I wanted to go west to try to get into show business. So
Now, once you started doing that bit, did your father start contributing? Like, it'd really be good if you had me do this? Or
well, he once told me that he would hit me so hard that by the time I stopped rolling, my clothes would be out of style.
Oh my gosh!
So
Was he the guy who hit Houdini, and you were
Here's a little Jason Moore for you. He calls this the world's greatest card trick. We've heard that
yay.
title at least once before.
All right, guys, got a nice quick one for you here with this deck of cards. First, we get a card selected at random, and in this case, it's going to be the 3 of Hearts. Now, that card's going to be lost somewhere in the center of the pack, and all I have to do is wave and snap, baby! And all of a sudden, the card will change color from blue to red. Look at that, a bona fide miracle. Of course, it has to be your card for it to be any good, the 3 of Hearts. Now, I can actually do that trick again. All I do is I shuffle through the cards. You can say stop wherever you want. Let's say you said stop right here. The 10 of Clubs, and that gets left in the center of the pack. All I have to do is wave and snap, and there will be 1 red card. Check it out. 1 red card and a sea of blue, baby. And wait. It doesn't seem to be in here. That's because it's not any of these cards. It's this card right here. And that has to be worthy of a like and share.
I love that.
All right, guys, got a nice quick one for you here with this deck of cards. First, we get a card selected at random.
All right, stop. Thank you.
Yes, that is a card magic classic.
Yeah. He said, I love his, and that has to be worthy of a like and share. And he's killing it on the internet. Like he probably has 10,000 of those tricks, but that's not necessarily indicative of his skills with his double lifts and all these kind of things. But he's really good with that. He does a lot of coin magic. He does cups and balls. About 20 different versions of cups and balls that I just think is just tremendous.
Matt, is he a New Yorker?
I don't know where he's from. Australia. I don't know where he is now.
Okay.
Yeah. He got a little. I think Heavy Kev would in the chat room would be able to straighten me. I think it's an Australian accent. I don't know where he's from, but I do think he's living in the States now because he does some of his patter. It sounds like he's living in the States now. Does a lot of street magic, but again, he's making his living not in clubs, not on television,
On the street, right?
No, on Facebook. He's living off of likes and shares and monetizing Facebook stuff, and I think that's good for him. Yes, to be able to make a living that way, but that's why I feel like it's really hard for. Live.
I feel like if I pressed myself to make a living off of Facebook, I would have the men in black bagging my face and taking me to a camp much quicker than if I monetized somewhere else.
Well, I think even they've recently loosened their rules for monetization on Facebook and shit.
Oh, good.
So now everyone can sell you something.
Oh, how lovely. We're all selling each other something.
Exactly. Elizabeth, may I try something with you?
Oh, I'd love to. Okay, leave me. As long as it's not hypnotism, I can't be hypnotized. Let's do it. How do you
know?
They always kick me off. I've been to a number of hypnotists. That's a good question. You may have been working on me in my REM sleep. No, I always get kicked off. When the hypnotists go around and do their rounds to see who is suggestible, I do not give up that kind of control unless I trust the person.
Before we let Jeff do a trick for you here, I just want to say, with the hypnotist, you have to shut up.
Yeah, that's a problem too. It's a huge problem.
Yes.
I'm always like, ask me to do Shakespeare. When you put me under, I want to do Juliet's soliloquy. Okay, go. All right, Jeff, I'm all yours.
Okay, here's the deal. First of all, have we talked at all about magic before I got on this morning?
No, we have not.
I'm holding a card in my hand.
Okay, I see that.
And it's one card, not 2 cards. I want you to think of a card. And I want it, maybe it means something to you. Maybe it's lucky. Maybe it reminds you of someone. I don't know. Would you, Elizabeth, name any card in the deck?
Yes, sir. Ace of Spades. Long live Lemmy.
That's the card that's most named by everyone. I want you to think of a special card.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm sorry. All right. I was attaching meaning. Okay, I've got it now.
Go ahead.
And I need to tell you.
Tell me. Yes.
Okay. 6 of Hearts. It's number of success in West African voodoo.
The 6 of hearts.
Yeah. Well, 6 is the number. Do I need to think of another one?
No. Is that the card that came to mind? The 6 of
Yes.
hearts. Well,
Yes.
then I fucked up. I thought you were going to say the Queen of
Oh,
Hearts.
playing with the Queen of Hearts.
You
No,
picked my
but
card.
we got the
That was my
suit
card.
right. We got the
Was it
suit
really?
right.
Well, because when you said for Elizabeth to pick a card, I associate
I
the Queen
do
of
think
Hearts
of
with
myself as the
Elizabeth
queen,
because
Jeff.
I call Elizabeth Queen Elizabeth.
I love
That's
you, GD.
my nickname for her is Queen Elizabeth. So when you sit there think of a card for Elizabeth, I thought of the Queen of Hearts because that's my nickname for her. And
Aww,
so you got that.
blushing.
That's nice.
I-
Well,
I
I knew somebody was thinking of the Queen of Hearts.
It was me.
You
It was
got
me.
the suit right.
You guys are
Wait,
sitting there now going,
Isn't that what show business is about? Wearing the right suit.
that's right.
Now, Jeff, I used to do I only did 2 card tricks. I only knew 2 card tricks very well. And I was doing them for people at work, and some guys do another trick. And I said, I really can't. Because I figured eventually they'll figure out what I'm doing. And so I'll tell you what, I'll do something different. I'm going to shuffle the deck. And I set the deck down and said, now you cut the deck. And he cut the deck. And I said, think of a card, any card. And he goes, okay. I said, now when you touch the deck, that card will be on top. And he touched the deck. And I said, I'm not going to touch the deck. And he picked up the card. And I said, what's your card? He says, Queen of Spade. And he turns over as the Queen of Spade. Actually, it wasn't a trick I did. It was just a fucking accident. I had no idea. It was just an accident. He goes, that was great. Do it again. I went, no, I'm done.
That's when you get in a cab and leave.
Yeah, I said, that's it. I'm not doing another card trick. I've been doing card tricks all night long.
Yeah.
I was
That's great.
expecting. I thought that was going to go further because I think the 45th appearance of Jeff on the Letterman show, he gave a "oh shit," and I thought, well, the "I fucked up" was going to be, "oh, but I got it anyway." I was on the edge of my seat waiting.
That was the biggest.
Well, he won my heart, so isn't that the goal?
The biggest laugh I ever got on the show was when doing a card trick for Dave, where I said shit.
No, I think you had mentioned that he did and I'll be respectful of your time and let you go pretty soon. But at one point, he did a whole magic week. I got the impression that Dave was kind of the guy who, you're gonna break out the cards, like he would be the hardest guy to do magic for. But then you talked to, I don't know if you talked him into it, but he did a magic week and became a big lover of magic, right?
That's right. Mm-hmm.
But was he a hard audience before that point?
He was for the. You remember when he used to bring on that guy, the what do you call it, magician? The
hypnotist, rigid as a steel bar.
Oh yes, that guy was very funny. But I have stories about that. Anyway.
Oh God, you gotta tell us.
Well,
okay, all right, I'll let you lead.
Anyway, there's that night. Somebody hypnotized one of Dave's employees, and they had to come down to the studio. That he had to come back to the studio to bring her out.
Wow!
So,
Wow!
Jeff, I have a question for you. When you were doing comedy, who in your inner circle was the hardest person to make laugh? So that when you made them laugh, you had comedy gold.
Leno. Jay Leno.
Oh yeah.
Hard to make Jay laugh.
That's
I said I was going to be respectful of your time and let you go, but I can't. I have to.
Yeah, we got to know.
Mike Binder did a thing on Showtime about the Comedy Store,
right?
The history of the Comedy Store, and there was a lot of focus on Leno and Freddie Prinze and J.J. Walker from the old days, and then it was Rogan and whatever happened like 10 years ago in the Comedy Store. I didn't see enough homage, and I just wanted to. Were you contacted at all to be part of that, or
I was
Dave
part
or anybody? You were part of it? I don't remember because it was like a 10-part series, but I think it felt like it was all about Leno and Rogan.
Did you watch the beginning and the end?
Yeah,
Yes,
it was
I
too
did.
much about Rogan, but there was a piece in there about me.
Right on.
Because and this is where I was getting to. The Comedy Store, and those days when you guys were out there, that was a critical time for comedians trying to get paid, even just paid anything, right? It was basically you were expected to do it for free, constantly work for free with the hope of just exposure.
Were you there in the era of Sam Kinison?
I was there
Jeff?
way before Sam.
Way before. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm 97 years old.
No,
No, you're
stop it.
You make that say song and it's
I want to see your ID.
But there were, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, I kind of remember a strike, like a comedian strike. Am I?
Yeah.
In
Remembering that?
1978, Tom Dreesen, bless his heart, had the idea that these guys should start getting paid, and so that notion circulated among the comics. And before you know it, there was a strike in front of the Comedy Store, which set the tone for all comedy clubs across the United States.
Good.
And it was a big strike. And I'll never forget Missy Shore, who owned the Comedy Store, pulling into the Comedy Store that night in her little XKE, looking over and seeing me and Dave standing in the picket line and being very discouraged.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Oh, you're banned. You're both banned.
Well, the one thing is definitely for certain, the pay scale is still representative of 1978.
Yeah, I was gonna
when it
say,
comes to
man,
comedy clubs.
And then the $25 for 15 minutes was born.
Well, that goes back to what we were just talking. There's just too much of everything, and as on the comedian front, it's more pronounced than anything. Like
you can walk into a Denny's now and it'll at 12 o'clock at night and go, hey, are there any comedians here? Four people will stand up.
Those are why the other ones aren't standing up, because they're serving food.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Please don't let this show end.
Right. I'm going to be respectful.
No.
Jeff, I really appreciate. I didn't know Elizabeth was going to be here to screw things up, but I appreciate.
Oh.
I'm just next
I'm
time
sorry about the Queen of Hearts. I should have tuned in mentally and guessed the Queen of Hearts.
I was planning on an extravaganza that you were going to name the Queen of Hearts. Most women name the Queen of Hearts. It's not
they do, right?
Yeah.
I turned down the Queen of Hearts. I was like, okay, 3. No, wait, we just did a trick with 3. And then I went to 4 of spades, and I said, no, but spades. Oh, Lemmy, ace of spades, having
No, that's not what happened. She went spades, GD, spades. Okay, now I got it. Okay.
No,
the interesting
thing
is,
as long as GD found that amusing, yay.
Elizabeth.
Yes, Jeff.
That out of these deck of cards that I'm holding, before I had come into the studio today, I placed one card in my hat.
Uh-oh. Oh, stop. Oh, my goddess.
And
love you, Jeff.
Happens to be the 6 of Hearts.
Whoa!
Thank you so much. Now, look, the red and white are the colors of Shango, who is the ancestor of business and success and has his own thunder and lightning. And then when the slaves trade was brought up into Christianity, he became Santa Barbara, and his number is 6. So when you see that on the street, you know that someone is invoking for success, and I wish you much of it.
Well, thank you. But
thank you,
Elizabeth. Didn't you name the 6 of Hearts?
I did name the 6 of Hearts.
Well, it was in my fucking hat.
Wait, what?
He pulled it out of his hat. He pulled it out of his hat and showed it to us.
No, I picked that up. I picked that up.
Oh.
Good.
Yeah, and
I didn't take the moment to realize it that hard.
You should have stood. You should have stood up and applauded.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will. Wait, I'm not wearing any clothes below the waist. Yay!
It's great to be back in show business.
I love you, Jeff. You're amazing. Thank you.
You know, unfortunately, somebody is going to say, "Oh, look how far Jeff has fallen. He's doing this dopey show with Coffee with the Dog."
I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this very much.
Yeah, Jeff. See, I came all the way out to the West Coast to pitch a show to you. I did not realize that you were in North Carolina, so I have a show that I can't pitch to anybody now
You're
because
gonna have to take
I had it
your
just
show
for
to
you.
Raleigh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta come. I gotta come to Raleigh.
You know, I look at your dreads and I think to myself, one of my best friends in comedy was Franklin Ajayi, if that rings a bell.
Yeah, I remember him. Yeah.
And he was one of the greatest comedians of our time and my time. And he's now living in Australia. And you guys resemble each other slightly.
Oh, that's great. Did you do anything on Sunset Strip with the Dr. Demento show when that was first coming around?
No. No. He we got Dr. Demento out one night and put a cherry bomb in his butt. That's what happened.
And plus his views on the Jews aren't very popular.
Oh, really? I remember Dan Pasternak was like a little mentee of Dr. Demento and later went to Comedy Store. So I asked.
So, Elizabeth, did you work at the Comedy Store?
I was there for a long time. I opened for Joe Rogan, and I went up there in 2002. I did not work there. I did not have a job. But
I mean, were you on stage?
Yes, I was on stage. My name is not on the wall. That's okay. I bombed twice in front of Mitzi. I was one of the greatest things I had to overcome in my stand-up was releasing myself from the pressure I put myself under.
I understand.
Which was brutal, you know, because I had a lifetime of training. So I'd have like this invisible knife up to my throat. If it was an important gig, and
it might have been one of the ghosts from when it was what it was before that.
Yeah,
right?
I met the ghost that lives upstairs in the belly room. I've encountered the scary wall of evil that the doormen say they never pass. I could not physically walk down to the basement when Jeff would give his tours, the Piano Man. I for a long time. I'm not clearly not when you arrived, but
Elizabeth, do you know now that a comedian named Argus Hamilton?
I know Argy. Yes, I do know Argy.
He has a podcast in the basement.
Oh, is he doing a podcast now?
Wow.
So Al Bamani was producing his podcast at first.
Wow.
I don't know if you met Al. Young Al Bamani, but yeah, Argus.
All right. One last thing on the Comedy Store.
Dixiecrat used to call me at 2 a.m. and be like, "Hi, Elizabeth, what are you doing?" And I'd be like, "Well, Argus, I'm watching Princess Mononoke in Middle Japanese." And he'd be like, "All right, I'll let you go." I love him.
One more last thing, because I brought up the very well-known story that Joey Gaynor shared with me before you shared it with me. Is this the idea where Buddy Rich, Johnny Carson was going to see Buddy Rich in the other room. You were in the main room, and they got Johnny Carson to come in, and he saw you doing an impression of him, and then he got up on stage. And if I'm telling it wrong, please correct me. But then he did a monologue. He did a few minutes, and Joey Gaynor said he did his monologue. When I told this story to Jackie Martling on the air 2 weeks ago, he said that can't be true. Johnny couldn't read the monologue. He had to have cue cards. Just validate for me. First of all, do I have the facts correct on that?
The story was it was like 1980 or something, and Buddy Rich was playing in the main room.
Oh my God.
And I was on stage in the original room, and I'm standing on stage doing my impression of Johnny. Doc is not here tonight. This is so crazy. So I'm standing there doing this crap, and I look off to the side of the stage and I hear this. I don't think you're doing that just right. And it was Johnny. and so Carson comes up on stage and I whispered to him, I said, "Could you do 5 minutes?" and he just killed for 5 minutes with no cards, and
Oh
he
my
was great.
God.
All right, I'm glad. I'm gonna
Jeff.
clip that and show Jackie, because it was he thought I was just making it up. I was like, no, I've heard this from Jeff, and I heard it from
There's a slight difference, Matt, but there's a slight difference because the way you're saying is that he did his set from the Tonight Show.
Yeah, that's what Joey Gaynor said. He said he did his
Right,
monologue.
if it wasn't the set from Tonight Show, because Johnny Carson did do stand up without, so it could have been like
Right.
both stories are
Right.
like half true.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's
Very
exactly
cool.
right.
Well, Jeff, I love you, man. I'm your
Thank you.
biggest fan, biggest living fan. But I appreciate you so much, and thank you so much for spending
Physically.
Great
time
to
with us.
be with all you guys this morning. I really enjoyed it.
I'm so
Yeah,
excited. I
great.
learned secrets. Thank
That's
you,
good to know.
Jeff.
By the way, I have a card in my hat. No, I don't. It's just a bald head.
There's nothing
Anyway.
in my hat.
There's nothing in my head either. Anyway, thanks for being here, Jeff. Have a great
My
day.
pleasure.
And
I love
bye
you
for now.
guys so much. What a great show. What a
The
great
great Jeff
show.
Altman, folks.
Wow.
It's funny. He was like, I remember, like, I used to imitate him for my friends because they couldn't stay up late at night to watch like the Tonight Show and stuff like that. So I used to go out in the street and I did his little thing with the belt and stuff, and I used to imitate him imitating his father. I did.
That's great.
Not bad for a little black kid.
I had no idea he was on
Black.
Streets of Hazard playing Boss Hogg's son,
Yeah.
nephew. That is great. I can't believe he got to work with that actor.
There's I don't know if you can see that. That's my iPhone picture of Jeff. When it comes up.
Okay.
That's I showed that to my wife because in that picture
I couldn't see it very well.
he's got
so-
the pants up to like the nipples.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I should have asked him how close.
Pants.
I should have
High
asked him how does he take after his father? How close, how far does he have to go to match his father's height with his pants? Like, how is he wearing them now?
So high,
Is he
he's
wearing his pants
highbrow.
below the belly or up here?
Well,
Does he take after his dad? I want to know.
unfortunately, as a teen, I think I did that just now. I was wearing. People used to say I looked like I was wearing a potato sack with my jeans. I had like a belt tied. I was very skinny, and the pants used to come up above the navel. Anyway, I have to get to a meeting. You guys got stuff to plug, shows to plug, anything coming up?
I'm looking forward to coming back. I'm doing really well on my screenplay. The Stand By Me cast and crew is coming to DC, less than a mile away from my house. I'll be seeing them all again. I'm just really happy to chill out and with my friends on this.
You're on you're friendly with Corey Feldman, right?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
He won't do it because he's a character, I know, but he wouldn't do this Dopey show. Corey Feldman wouldn't.
He turned you down. Is that what you're telling me?
He wouldn't. You couldn't get him. You couldn't say, "Hey, Corey, you should."
Well, first I gave.
I know somebody who's nobody's got a dopey little podcast, but he would love to have you on.
I've told you, I gave the publicist for Mills Entertainment, and I CC'd Ethan Mills of Mills Entertainment, and I included someone else in that communication and said, there's this podcast that has a reach of 30,000 that's grassroots that Dan Pasternak has already enjoyed. And I am certain that Matt Napo would platform an interview with Corey Feldman as an expert, allowing Corey to say whatever he wanted. And then I gave you Sheila's number in case Sheila didn't call you, because if you look at Sheila's right on PR, Sheila represents an enormous amount of eccentric, accomplished talent, as well as this tour. So she's bombed.
I have a phone number. I did not know I had a phone number.
You have an email. You have an email that she pays attention to religiously.
I'm sorry. I somehow
No,
missed.
that's all right. I emailed her. And I
Hey,
gave her
if
your
it counts for
contact.
anything, I missed Jeff Altman, who's one of my biggest heroes. I missed him in the Comedy Store.
Oh, I would have loved to have
I gotta
seen
go
Jeff at the
watch it
Comedy
again. It's
Store.
10 hours. It's 10 hours, but I gotta
Oh,
watch it now.
in the series. I haven't watched the series. People told me I should watch the series, but
It's just so much Rogan and Annie Letterman. It's
I
just
have such I have so many stories I know they didn't cover, and I don't want to ruin someone else's spin.
yeah. Well, it's totally.
But I should watch it because it is. I know a lot of the history. And
Rogan and Annie Letterman are the two things that that's what it was about. I mean,
there were
brief mention.
5 men staring at me at my dressing room door when I was scheduled to open for Joe Rogan in the main room, and they were staring at me like we'd like to hit you or do something rude, but we're just gonna linger here with this coyote look and hope you go up on your jokes.
Well, not to belittle your 5 men, but GD had 6 men staring at him last night.
I know. I heard all about it. I got
Mm-hmm.
calls from Laguna last night. They were like, "What the fuck are you doing, Croydon, sending out authentic talent to the West Coast?" I said, "I have nothing to do with what GD's doing out there." He said, "Yeah, we've seen you with him. We know you're friends."
Well, I have to
sending people to clubs with legitimate talent. What are you doing?
Well, I'm going to express gratitude for all 3 of you this morning, but especially for Ron Kane for bringing the entire snowplow drivers union with him. Just for me.
Wait, I need to take a screenshot of this with Ron's background.
Well, hold on. Let me help you out here with
smile?
You want to take a screenshot of that?
I love it, Ron. I love it.
This snowplow. They murdered a guy here. All right, Elizabeth.
I got a couple stills.
Hey, I have a quick plug. This Saturday at Laughing Stock Comedy Club in Grantville, Ben Frank is your headliner, along with David Chin, Kaylin Clemens, and I will be your host. And
Kaylin's lovely. This is great.
Yeah, so that happens this Saturday at 8:30. Get your tickets at laughingstockcc.com, and they're only $20.
Laughing Stock Comedy. What town is that in?
Grantville, Pennsylvania.
Wow.
Yeah, and my next scheduled show is April 4th in Grand Rapids, Michigan, at the Wealthy Theater. With the Beef Man, Krista Wright, and the host is Half Baked Improv Group, and I will be headlining there. That's April 4th.
All right.
And where is that? Detroit, you said?
Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Grand
Rapids. Wealthy Theater.
Grand Rapids.
Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Yeah. All right then.
And I'll probably be doing a plausible show in March. I just haven't set the date yet because we don't know when it's going to be, and I can't set the date if I don't know where it's going to be.
So as far as tomorrow, you'll be in flight tomorrow, right?
I will be in flight tomorrow. Yes.
I'm so happy you got away from the Beast Coast, and you're.
I won't be on the show unless I can get signal from the plane.
There's no guest scheduled tomorrow, and that would be weird doing it on the plane because all the people will be around you. Would you shut the fuck up?
Are you kidding? They actually
interview them all.
Because we know GD goes first class
Who's the
everywhere.
Hijacker?
Maybe.
Hey kids.
Oh yeah, first class. Yeah. I'm not exaggerating. I was literally on the flight down. I was literally in the last seat on the plane up against the toilet.
I've been there.
The window. The window seat in the corner for 4 or 5 hours. That's where I sat. And
I'm pretty sure if the plane goes down, that's the one that's going to survive. They say that's the safest seat, just in case. I mean, I'm not trying to put any bad energy on. But if, God forbid, the plane went down, you'd be in the safest seat, the one most likely to survive.
Okay, now here's my suggestion for them. One of two things. If that is true, that if the plane goes down and that is the safest seat, they should charge a little bit more for the safety. But if it's not true, they need to charge less because you cannot recline your seat. You're against the wall, and you have to sleep like this. You don't have So
yeah.
one of those two things has to be done.
That's a good point.
I mean, when they're supposed to be sending me a survey, and I have a whole bunch of shit I want to say to them about the flight. It was my fault. I picked my own seat, and I wanted a window seat, and that was the only window seat. No, there was another one, and my wife says, "Are you sure you want the one in the back?" I said, "Yes." Nobody wants to sit in the back. I'll probably have those two chairs next to me wide open, and I'll just spread out. No, that flight was full. So
Would you
fucking full.
would you like to mention the airline as long as it's not JetBlue?
No, I'm not mentioning United because I got to fly back. I don't want them to mistreat me on my way back.
I know. All right.
United might be watching this, and then United would say, "I heard him badmouth us. We're going to make his flight even more miserable. He thought he was miserable before. We're going to fuck with him so bad, or so badly, or so much, whatever the appropriate term is. I don't know airport talk. I don't know airline talk.
Airline
but
talk. Fuck with him hard. We're gonna fuck with him hard.
Yeah, that's probably the way the pilot would say it. I'm gonna fuck him so hard.
We go hard in the paint. We go hard in the aisle cart.
Luckily, I have some experience in airline talk, and that's definitely what it is. Fuck with them hard. Anyway, I think it's time to wrap this thing up. Tomorrow, there's no guest scheduled, so if you don't show up, I'll take the day off.
I'll try to come on. I'll try and holler at you at 8:15.
So then I won't even need to
and
show
I'll get
up.
Natalie. I'm gonna call Natalie as soon as we get off. Artist Natalie White. She just got in touch with me. She says she'd love to come on your show.
Well, you know what?
Let her know you don't have a guest tomorrow.
I feel like I've sort of paid you back a little bit because now Jeff Altman is a fan of yours.
No, you're kidding me. He said nice things.
Yeah, I think he likes you more than GD likes you.
Stop.
I'll show you
That's
the email.
nice. I need love right now.
Oh yeah. Don't we all?
Yeah, I love you, Matt Napo. I love your sacred wife. Ron Kane, I love your snowplows. I love
snowplow.
Who doesn't love being plowed? Who does not love being plowed by Ron?
You're in LA right now. I love
Ron and his little snowplow cult there. They're murderers. They're worse than the Epstein
cult. They're gonna save us.
They drive around like they're driving hot rods. They're like it's the
and leading the way, sitting on the top of the shovel will be Ron Kane.
And they're killing people. They killed a guy on Long Island, and he's not. Yeah, the snowplow.
Oh my God,
Ron Snowplow. It's called the Ron Snowplow team, RST.
Well, Matt, just so you know, if any event that I can't make it on a show from the plane, which let's put it this way. Assume I'm not going to be here because the reception on the plane.
Natalie, it's decided.
Hold on a second. Well, bet on anything.eu. We need to bet on because GD is one stubborn motherfucker. He's gonna find a way to be on the show tomorrow. I'm gonna bet. I'm gonna go to
first class.
Bet anything.eu, and I think the odds are like 10-1, but still, I'm gonna put him on GD being on the show tomorrow.
He's
gonna find a way.
But Natalie's coming. I'm gonna call Natalie White. I'm gonna drag her on the show.
And
but just in case, then what I will do is I'm gonna download Goodfellas onto my phone so that I can. If I can't be on the show, I will be watching Goodfellas on the way back.
Oh, you find me funny, do you?
Funny how?
Funny how?
Funny like a clown?
Because
I here to amuse you.
Ray Liotta.
Because I told John Fugelsang that I would watch the Goodfellas on the plane on the way back.
Oh, good. You need to because
people
I
rubbing
want
it
to
in
have
my
him
face
back.
that they were all good friends with John Fugelsang, and I thought me and him were going to be, and he doesn't even like me, and they're all.
Well, I'm going to call his show. I'm calling in on his show tonight because Rhonda always goes on Monday, and I'm inviting him on his show to your show. So I hope that goes well. I gave him the Royal Dalton English creamer that pays for his son's college.
They take phone calls. I could call into his show tonight, and I could call.
Yeah, you want me to pass you the number? I'll pass you the number.
Yeah, I want to call him.
Yeah, you need to call him and say, come back. I need to discuss things with John. Like, John is one of the few knowledgeable people about the Bible that could hold weight with me regarding all of the, feminine divinity and what have you.
I thought we were going to hang. I thought I meant something.
That's right. Call up and cry. Yeah. Be like, I got a gun to my head.
I bet you his show's better than mine.
You know,
Even though I bet you this, Rhonda Hansen saying, "Where's your little co-host?" to him.
there's,
Yeah,
they're different shows. So
Yes,
first
yes.
of all, let's start there.
all right.
And secondly, he doesn't invite people to have coffee with him. He's already jacked and ready to go.
No, yeah.
Shit.
You're in the morning.
I think
he's
Rhonda
evening.
poisoned him against me. That's what I'm going to say. Rhonda,
What?
oh, you were on with GD and his little co-host there, that little corporate shill, and then now he doesn't.
No,
like
actually, Matt, because okay, we email back each other back and forth a little bit, and every time he emails, he talks about how much fun he had on the show, and every time I remind him, I say you're welcome back anytime, and I send him the link. So it's not like he's not hearing about it. He's he's getting the invitations, and I had the phone number to the show. I was just going to send it to you, but I can't remember how I have it filed under my phone. I can't remember.
Look under John Hates Matt.
No, because it's the radio. Like I know the last 4 digits is GRIT, right? It spells GRIT.
Yeah.
And because some of the shows spell talk. You know, it's on SM, not XM.
XM. It's called Tell Me Everything.
Tell me everything.
Numbers
Tell me
very
everything.
easy to find.
Tell me anything.
I have it in my contacts.
So I'm going to call in and I'm going to say, your little co-host there, Rhonda Hansen, she's like a corporate chill.
Oh, that's what it. Okay,
What?
I see. Yeah.
What are you? Did someone just bag on Rhonda Hansen?
Well,
What?
she did on me. She came on this show, and first of all, she thought it was GD's show. She called me his little co-host. I'm his little co-host. And then she called me a corporate chill and an apologist for corporate America and all this
What?
stuff.
What were you talking about when she did that?
Talking about her illustrator guy who couldn't get his book published on there. And I was trying to explain to him how publishing companies work, and all of a sudden I'm like a corporate chill for them. I'm like just trying to explain to you what they're.
Well, I wonder what Rhonda's wearing on John's show. I'll have to call in and see, and invite them on the show.
All right, not Rhonda.
Okay, all right, I understand.
Rhonda's been here twice, and until she at least is nice to me again, she can't come back.
Okay,
She was nice to you.
She wasn't nice to me. She was mean.
Look,
to me. She was
not.
She was not as mean
She's
as you
my
and
great
Ron with
friend,
the snowplow.
so.
But
Okay, all right, Matt. I've seen Rhonda when she's mean to people. She was nice to you.
wow.
See, it's Rhonda nice. You have a different standard of nice. You have this New York nice thing going.
Yeah,
she is Rhonda nice, which is different from New York nice.
I think my niceness starts with you don't drive snowplows so fast that you hit people with
Rhonda doesn't drive snowplows. She drives a point. No, she drives a point, not a snowplow.
GD. I love that. She wants that on a bumper sticker.
Yeah. All right. Anybody want to say the magic phrase so I can end this thing?
Walk around nappy.
Turn on the radio. to me, listen to me, listen to me now. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me now. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me now. Listen to